God, that was awkward. Sunsfan here with Cinder. We got game number 1 between Tundra and Gaimin Gladiators.
Yes. Shannon, I have a little bit of trivia for you before we get started on this game.
Okay.
Why do you think Gaimin beat Tundra last?
When did they beat them last?
Yeah, if you had to guess.
A year ago?
No, it's more recent than that. It was at a pretty renowned tournament.
TI?
Yes, that is correct. Gaimin beat Tundra at TI. They beat them twice at TI, as a matter of fact. 2-0 and 2-1. Ever since then, they've beat them in one game out of, or rather, they've won one game in a best of 3, so they still lost the series, as Ace is looking to continue that trend here.
That's a big Starstorm. Ace on the run as he's being double teamed now. I mean, you bring this stat up, but the Tundra lineup is quite different.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. The players have obviously changed, but I'm just looking over this. 5, 7, 9, 10-0 in the last 10 games for Tundra. 12-1. So,
yep, keep rattling off those numbers.
I'm not saying that things can't change. Of course they can.
Well, we talk about it all the time. You learn from these experiences.
This might just be a tough matchup for Gaimin team to team, but we'll see.
Have they played while Malady has been on the team?
Let me just check if Malady was on the team in this individual game. No, this is their first time playing against Malady.
Well, he will be the difference, Cinderin.
Okay.
As we finally can start talking.
That's going to make him feel real good.
That's true.
They win. It's like, I did this.
Yeah,
let's look at the lineup.
Confidence boost.
So I found it really interesting the way Tundra picked this, that they went Sand King Night Stalker first too, because I feel like that's just opening the door to getting exploited by a melee crushing core in the safe lane. In this case, that will be the Ursa for Watson. So that one caught me a little bit off guard. The IO Marcy being run by Tundra, they've obviously played this before, but we've seen it a little bit more from Gaimin, I feel like, with Watson plus Malady. But either way, should be an interesting one. I think my main concern here for the side of Tundra is if Ursa has an outstanding game, what can stand up to him? I think that's one of the worst carry-to-carry matchups from Marcy, as far as I'm concerned, because that's one of the only heroes in Dota that can just fight Marcy head-on and win.
Well, what about it? How much kiting potential do they have?
That's the thing. So you're looking at kiting, where you have relatively quick and mobile heroes between the Sand King, Puck, and Night Stalker. IO gives move speed. You can jump with Marcy. So there's definitely jumping and kiting potential. But obviously, Ursa can itemize his way out of that if the game goes late enough. You get like Abyssal, you get potentially Nullifier against Ghost Sifters, whatever it is you need. And you also have some somewhat decent lockdown between Ice Path, Slight Chains, and an Arrow follow-up. And there's no Dispel on Tundra to get out of them. So they have to itemize that. Big damage onto Duracho here, by the way, between Ace and Tofu will put some pressure.
Yeah, I'm going to echo pretty much exactly what we talked about, I want to say 3 days ago, that this Marcy as a position 1 has looked really bad this tournament. The support has been probably an average support. The rebound facet is conceptually very powerful on paper.
Yeah, Marcy's win rate's terrible, right? I think it's like 20%, and it's a decent amount of games. I'm sure we can pull that one up. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's 14.3% win rate. And it only wins on Dire, and in this game it's on Radiant. So, Tundra, if you guys don't mind, we've got places to be if you want to go games.
Yeah, let's get to the next game here. But
time to break some stats here, Shannon. Either Tundra wins with Marcy on Radiant, and they keep beating Gaimin as always, or they lose a game to Gaimin.
Yeah, a curse may or may not be broken.
One curse will be broken here.
But I do feel like the one support to couple Marcy with to be able to enable this type of play style is, of course, the IO.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Now, then again, we have seen this, and it still didn't look particularly good. But that's still, you know, overall a small sample size in the grand scheme of things. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. If anybody can do it, it is Tundra. Soxa going to get gone on by Watson. Fury Swipes are starting to add up, but the Burrow Strike to follow. Watson will overpower and destroy Soxa in turn.
Easy peasy.
What do you think about this Sand King game? Because last series, neither of us were fans.
I think it's better. I think there's more obvious combinations with Coil into Epicenter. I think it's more natural to use the Sand King stun to then have the Marcy come in with Burst. I say that even though there was a Sven in the last game, but Yeah, the conditions here just feel a little bit better, and I also think 33 is having a better time in lane, as crazy as that is to say. He's having a better lane than Collapse did, despite laying against Ursa, and that's just because that Jakiro gyro was so extremely oppressive.
Yeah.
At the very least here, he's getting some decent farm on his own, and this is one of the benefits to the Night Stalker position 4 is he's pretty good at pulling waves, because he's naturally fast at nighttime, and he's very tanky, so it's harder for Jakiro to run that hero down than the position 4 of the last game. So yeah, there's a couple of things going a bit better here, but with that said, still looks very comfortable for Gaimin for the time being. All three of their lanes are going great.
Yep, Duraccio and actually BZM both on the bottom in terms of CS for the cores in this game. So like you said, Gaimin off to a pretty good start. Malady's going to be forced off lane for the time being. Double melee lane into Ursa just in general is Ursa's dream, I would say.
Yep, there's not very many double melees that stand a chance. Oh, the
right.
Russia's dead.
Starstorm, second hit, does get the kill. Whitemon will be cleaned up as well. Good aggroing of the tower. Ace will live through the day. And that's just going to add insult to injury in this lane.
And in the meantime, Quinn is also winning mid quite handily on CS here. 35-11 to the 24-6 of BZM. So safe to say, 3 lanes won by Gaimin. And if we think back to, let's say, the golden age of Gaimin, where they were kind of just winning every tournament for half a year, this was how their games looked a lot of the time.
Yep.
Like, they were doing awesome lanes, and then there was snowballing. Quinn will live here, I think.
Yeah, Saksa, it's daytime. You're useless. No offense.
Yep. That's right. That's Night Stalker for you.
Waste of mana right there, if anything.
But yeah, Gaimin winning 3 lanes is scary to play against. This team is very good at playing fast and snowballing an advantage. I think the weakest gaming look is when they either draft a lineup that can't win its lanes, or when they have, like, let's say they go into the mid game at a, like, even not doesn't even need to be a major disadvantage, just at a meaningful one. They are, I would say, not one of the absolute best teams at playing from behind, but they're really good at playing from ahead. So Tundra better watch out here to not get just steamrolled with this amazing start that Gaimin have got for themselves.
Another dispose onto Ace.
Yeah, Marana's gonna...
Another Starstorm from Tofu. That is quite a bit of damage. Duraccio has to get the hell out of there.
Yep.
There's the Orb of Corrosion as, ooh, BZM, he's just dead. Solo killed by Quinn. Oh boy. This, it's still early, but this could snowball very hard in Gaimin's direction.
Is it possible that in the last half a year of Gaimin's games, every time they play against Tundra, Celery has been telling them their win rate. And now that he's not there to do it, Malady is pumping them with confidence, like, we can beat any team. Yeah, and Celery's pep talk against Tundra has been, guys, we've lost the last 10 games in a row, but this will be the one. And his team's morale is just in the dumpster before
that sounds a lot like Celery, the most positive person in the scene.
Yeah.
Definitely a negative Nancy behind
that's
the scenes,
That's got to be it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, BZM now showing back up in the mid lane, and Quinn can probably bully him. That's slight. My goodness.
Yeah, this is just a classic tough matchup for Puck because of that constant. It's one of the only spells in lane that is really hard to dodge as Puck is Sleight of Fist. It's so fast, and you go for the Orb of Corrosion, and now with the reworked Orb of Corrosion, it uses.
Oh, he's gonna go back in as the Starstorm comes from Tofu. Duraccio is ticking away. The leap to ensure the kill potentially. No, it's just going to cost Tofu his life, and somehow Duraccio lives. I hear a Sand King. Okay.
Yeah, I heard him too.
We all hear him.
And this is going to leave Watson alone, and they're going to try to take advantage of this Puck rotation. Coil.
And Watson is going to take the full epicenter. BZM coming in from the north as well. Watson is dead. 33. Will he be traded by Malady? Doesn't look like it. He has to get cover of the tier 1 tower now. BZM is going to try to finish it up. He's already used the phase shift. Well, Waning Rift to the other side.
Oh.
Starstorm
hit the second one.
And he fakes the illusory orb, will TP out.
I didn't actually know that was possible. Did you know that? That you can miss the first Starstorm and hit the second one. I thought the first one needed to hit a target.
That's true. No, if I had to think about it, no.
I don't. This is such a rare occurrence that would even happen. But so I genuinely think I've never seen that.
Yeah.
But okay, that's good to know. Generally speaking, speaking, not a good strategy to only hit the second one. You'd kind of want to hit both. It's just better most of the time is what I'm hearing. But
sometimes.
You know.
Only like 99.9% of the times.
Can you think of a situation where it's bad to hit the first?
If you need the blind desperately for that first Starstorm, right?
Why wouldn't you also want to hit the first one?
Because you need the blind. You're about to die, Cinderin.
This makes no sense at all.
Ace.
We'll get out.
Ace is out. How does that not make any sense? You're literally one hit away. You need the second Starstorm.
Oh, so you're like hiding.
Yeah, you're
and then
hiding.
you're coming out to drop the blind.
Well,
oh,
that's why you missed the first Starstorm. You're hiding.
Damn, that's really smart. I'm kind of blown away that you could think on that level.
Thank you, Cinderin.
I'm not used to
Broken
this.
clock is right twice a day, as they say.
I just assumed from the beginning that whatever you said was bullshit, because that's statistically the most likely. But
yeah,
that was actually really clever.
That is how you would think. Soxa,
eventually
level 5.
Surrounding yourself with other people.
He gets hit by both Starstorms. We should mention that every time now,
good.
just in case.
Very good. Double hit.
Comes back up.
It's better in that situation. And now Siege Wave mid. So Gaimin want to put some pressure on this tower. Quinn is level 9.
Yeah.
He is super strong 10 minutes in, but actually they are not going to have enough creeps alive to protect their siege. Instead, going to make a smoke move and head down to bottom, where they will be.
And this is the other thing about Marcy. If you can shut her down early, she stinks, man. She really
I agree with that.
You have to go Battle Fury. You have to farm up. She needs time. It will be the Battle Fury. I actually don't even know if there's another build on this hero. And Whitemon, he's level 5, so can't even relocate out. Quinn, I think they spotted him as a TP coming in, though. And 33 should be able to help the cause. Both Starstorms hit. Duracio's blinded for the time being.
Ice
Path with a double dual breath. And
Duracio's in trouble.
He's just dead. Just like that as 33. And Soxa not able to claim anybody. Whitemon's going to get torn apart. That's 2 dead already for Tundra.
Starstorm hits twice.
It does hit twice. Thank you for giving us update data as the game goes on.
Ember hits twice.
There's a lot of double hits in
Actually,
this game.
he didn't get double impact because he only hit 1 target. You have to hit 2 for that one to get a double.
Fair enough.
Good enough.
Either way, 3 dead for Tundra and Gaimin dominating.
Yeah, really nice rotation. Classic Gaimin fashion, right? They just bring the heroes to the enemy safe lane. This time it's from a mid-smoke move rather than a gate play, but the outcome is the same. And this is one of those things, you can tell Tundra are prepared that Gaimin want to do this, right? Because, yeah, that's nice. They have a ward at the gate, especially against a team like Gaimin. You really want to ward that gate up, but yeah, that doesn't cover from the mid lane.
Arrow not going to hit. Coil comes out, but that is a lot of damage from Malady. 33 tries to get off his ult, but dies. It's going to be the trade for the double-headed dragon.
BZM.
Slide a fist onto BZM with the remnant to come. He waning wrist to the high ground. Illusory orb, but no, the slide of fist finishes him off, and Watson and company should be able to get Duraccio as well. Can he deny himself to the Wild Wing Rippers? Not today. And great trades over and over and over for Gaimin.
We are witnessing vintage Quinn Ember right now. Absolutely styling on. That was also with Arcane Rune. You're hard-pressed to find a better hero in Dota to get Arcane on than Ember. It's just incredible at this time in the game. And now they will also get that tower that we thought maybe they were going to go for with the Siege Wave, but how about you just win a team fight instead and then transition to win a second team fight and then get the tower?
Sure.
That sounds pretty good to me. 5,000 lead, 13 minutes in. But here's the good news, Shannon, for Tundra. They win against Gaimin every game.
Yeah.
So nothing will matter.
That is good news.
And as you've talked about ad nauseum, Marcy, incredible comeback hero. So this is surely not a problem.
That's right. You heard it here first. Uh-oh. And the arrow is going to hit. That is another death for BZM. This is just spiraling out of control for Tundra. And every time I look at Marcy, I just vomit a little in my mouth.
Okay.
The hero sucks, man. I'm sorry. The hero is terrible. Hero does nothing. Okay? It's a Battle Fury now for the base.
I think that's a very natural and obvious reaction that most people would have to.
Yeah. If you've cast as many games as we have of this terrible hero. Jesus.
I know you didn't like the anime, but
yeah, the anime was.
Like, every time I look at Marcy, it reminds me of the anime. Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I'm glad you're keeping it together. I'm proud of you. You're really impressing me today. You're saying smart things. You're not throwing up on cast. Good job, Shen. It's the little victories.
Well, I'm trying my best not to.
Yeah, well,
I can't promise anything. If we keep getting Marcy picks, then I'm going to hurl everywhere.
Right. It's tough. Double wisdom, though, for Soxa, so there's a little bit of good news here for Tundra.
Okay.
They'll get a lot of experience here on their Night Stalker Plus. I believe the recipient was Io on the first one and Marcy on the second.
33 is going to get taken out. And on the other side, Dyrachyo, Marcy gets a kill, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Let's see if the jinx is real. As Watson.
That's true. You might have...
It wasn't you that said it, though, so...
Yeah, that's right.
We're not
they have to reload out here, and Whitemon will be...
Yeah, they're going to surround the IO in all likelihood and then turn this into the old Tormy. Dyrachyo TPs to the bot lane. I don't know if you're going to get this connection. Searing Chain's ready to go. And Watson there.
Who gets the kill?
To chompity chomp. Quinn will take it, of course, because he's a greedy, greedy mid laner.
Did you notice he also used Sleight of Fist? He really tried to make sure he was the one getting the kill.
That's right, and that's a double hit.
He was sending a message to Watson.
They have a lot of double everything. Double-headed Dragon, Cinderin.
Yeah.
Double hits from Malady, who just dies to the Tormentor casually.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just sacrificing himself to make sure that this curse, where they cannot beat Tundra, is broken here.
Yeah. Okay, you said a lot of double. You named like 2 things.
Yeah, the Starstorm double hit.
Yeah.
Ursa hits fast, which 2 is part of hitting fast, Cinderin. I said Sleight of Fist. That's enough.
Okay, there's also a lot of trees on the map, so there's technically double trees. That's right.
It was enough.
There's more than one lane.
It was enough.
You're right.
All right. Jesus.
And now actually there's more than one riverway too. So
there's 2.
This game does have a lot of rivers as well now. Yeah, that's a double river.
In case you guys are wondering, Marcy is still in the game.
Yep.
And we'll be finishing Battle
about it for a moment, but we're
Quinn
seeing
wants
it right
to put
there.
that
She's
2 in
real.
hand. Sleight of Fist. And the arrow's going to come. Oh, Whitemon can't even relocate. I just realized his ult is on cooldown. So Marcy is dead. Ooh. I lied. And that's going to lead to the double kill for Malady. And Soxa is going to be the recipient of a couple of TPs. 33 will get out with his life. Soxa with the Crippling Fear TP. But the Ice Path outranges everything, and that is the death of him. Gaimin styling on Tundra right now.
The thing that's concerning is that, aside from, you know, the game is going poorly, right? There's no sugarcoating it. Tundra getting owned, but I feel like this is the type of the game that the time of the game that their lineup is meant to do a lot, right? IO is meant to be set up for relocates by Puck. You're meant to activate your Sand King Blink Dagger, use your Night Stalker nighttime. They got stomped at night. So, like, what's your fallback plan? I feel like this lineup is very... I think it's a very... As far as Tundra goes, with how they usually draft, this is a very binary lineup where either it goes well early and you snowball, or it goes poorly early and you have almost no recovery, which is kind of uncharacteristic for this team. That's also what Slacks was hinting at in the interview. I can't believe I'm quoting that guy, but this was a... It feels like the type of lineup that Gaimin would run, and then either they would stomp or just lose minute 25, right? And it's just uncharacteristic to see Tundra in this position with this type of draft, because usually they pick like multiple late scaling cores, very stable lanes, strong team fight, and this is a little bit more momentum based than what they usually have success with, in my opinion. So swing and a miss so far. Obviously you can recover this game, and if you can't, it's a best of 3, but I think even if Tundra were to win this game, I think they'll change their archetype strategy for game 2, based on what we've seen so far.
Yeah, most likely. Nobody likes to lose every single lane horribly. Battle Fury online for the Marcy. That's a farming item. So Dyrachyo obviously would prefer to not fight until that second item is online, but they might not have a choice is the issue, as they're going to find the Puck. Illusory Orb for BZM. He's still going to get chased, though. Quinn will be the recipient of the coil. The rest of the team is coming for you, BZM. Yules into arrow. It hits. Down goes Puck again.
It's a bad sign when your shield rune Puck gets killed like this and doesn't get any help. It's tough times for the Radiant side. Not really much to write home about, and not really too much to look forward to either until Marcy gets BKB. I think you genuinely cannot fight.
I thought you were going to say until Marcy's not picked again. That would have been good.
Oh, that might very well become the result of this. We'll see.
But I think as support, she's fine. I actually like her as support a lot more. I think that rebound facet is very, very good.
And I also think for Tundra, that's one of the biggest assets they have when they pick this here in the draft is that they flex it, right? Because Soxa plays a mean Marcy. But the way they picked it here, it was already a guaranteed core, right? They had Night Stalker, Sand King, and then they picked Marcy IO. You're telling the enemy team what you're doing at that point, and they can just plan all their lanes. So it hasn't really given them the outcome that they were hoping for. Now that is also going to be an Aegis. One of the benefits to having Ursa in your team is when you're winning early, Tormentor plus Roshan is in striking distance. And Gaimin will now rock the Aegis. They will look for Soxa. Last second from Tofu, very nice. And Quinn will ensure the kill. And now he'll find 33.
They miss a couple spells, but when you're up this much, it don't matter. 420, ladies and gentlemen. 420. Tundra versus Gaimin Gladiators. It's a shellacking like we've never seen before.
Damn, you just reminded me of those auctioning videos where they sell livestock.
Livestock.
Yeah, that's like a very celebrated skill in the US, the people that talk insanely fast when they're doing auctions.
Yeah, and they don't
You've
really
seen them,
need
right?
to. Yeah, I have. It's just become a performance at that point. OD Pixel would be good at that.
Yeah, probably.
Nobody understands what he's saying anyway, so...
That's right.
It would fit right in.
Hate that guy.
All right, how much can Gaimin get out of this Aegis?
I mean, you're definitely looking at the remaining outer towers, right? So that's the bare minimum, is the 3 tier 2s. I think you give them 5 minutes to do this. I think they'll get that done. There's 3 minutes left on Ursa. They're going to force the glyph on the top tier 2 here. They have a glyph of their own if they wanted to, but they're actually going to keep the siege creep alive with just the aphotic shield and Mistcoil. It's a nice little detail there from Ace. And this tower is not long for this world, although...
33. Ooh,
nice reaction. Nice reaction again.
Indeed. Dodges the burrow. They'll get the tier 2, and now the chase is on. Trying to go... they find the Night Stalker on the side. Soxa's dead.
Well...
And this would be a bigger kill. 33 trying to get to the wall. Oh, Watson just jumps right over it. He's got some hops. Could use him in the NBA. It's like a young LeBron James. Actually, it's more like a Zion Williamson, I would say. We'll just assume that the kiting is similar to his injury issues, Cinderin. What do you think?
Alternatively, you could brew beer on him.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah. And Zion Williamson jumps in onto BZM now, and a couple more right clicks will suffice if he can catch up to him.
Bonk.
Yep. He is, he's a thick boy.
All right, it's quiz time, Shannon.
Yep.
When did Tundra get their last kill?
7 minutes and 45 seconds.
That is incorrect. Wait, did you say a go, or? Because that's a pretty damn good guess.
Yep, a go.
Sure. They got their last kill at about 14 minutes.
Okay.
It was very close. If you had said a go, I would have been blown away. But...
The rebound from Dyrachyo. Ace will be the recipient of Moonlight Shadow while pop his ult gets Yules.
Okay, he's very stranded
His
here.
team is coming eventually, surely, as the Sand King ult will go off. Ace looks to be dead eventually. Finally, the big boy is down.
God, that took them so long.
But how much did they use? Soxa, wrong place, wrong time. Arrow not going to hit.
Little mistime that
phase
time.
Shift is BZM. He's going to get bashed. There's the macro pyre. Dyrachyo rebounded it and said, JK, I'm out of here. And the tier 2 tower likely is Gaimin's now, despite losing 33.
Watson keeps going. Like a Duracell rabbit.
Okay.
That's it. Yep, okay.
They're not sponsoring this tournament, so
that's true.
Let's avoid that.
Hopefully there's no conflict of
Generic
interest.
battery company.
Like a generic battery company animal. Arrow. 33 chose not to Yule that one.
Yeah, BZM, he's going to get bashed. Oh, the Yules. He's brought back down. Phase Shift going to keep him alive. Dyrachyo trying to take out the bear. This is the Aegis, though, of course. BKB already mostly used from Dyrachyo. And this is a 1 versus 4. The bear barely loses, no pun intended. They're going to jump on top of the Chapiro. Malady looks to be done. Can they kite Ursa? Dyrachyo all alone, relocate available. But he's just going to get swiped down big time. Ace gonna chase down BZM, but the illusory orb should be enough for him to get out.
Okay.
If this was closer, that would have been maybe
that was a pretty
huge.
That was honestly pretty solid execution from Tundra. They're just really far behind, so they need a massive outplay. And lest we forget, they did get a 5v1 against Ace for 20 seconds before the fight even started. So that can be a lot harder than it was, and they still lost it. So hard to find a lot of confidence in it, but you have to say this is what they have to do, right? They have to try. They have to try to use this Marcy BKB to finally find a fight. It was what I was talking about. You got to wait for it and then set up with a coil, get Marcy to just maul someone and try to build around it. But the Gaimin heroes are just tanky. Abaddon takes an eternity to kill. Ursa had Aegis and Enrage. It's not even easy to kill the supports. There's Greaves on Jakira and Mirana has Yule's Force, right? No obvious targets except Soxa.
Yeah, he's pretty fast.
Ooh, we'll die.
Pretty fast. It's not fast enough.
And 33.
Oh, boy.
That's the Yule.
Oh, boy.
That's a long chain. And now you've used your stuff, and you're dead.
He is donezo.
Oh, they got Malady.
All right. So 2 for 1 across the map.
Malady has 4 out of 7 of his team's deaths.
Time to cut. But then again, he's the good luck charm if they win this game. So
yeah, that is true. He has exceptional win rate against Tundra if they win this game.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what his win rate is against Tundra on previous teams he's played on.
On this team, his win rate.
On this team, yeah. Absolutely. No doubt about that.
All right, likely waiting for the next Roche. Tormy time in Jetop.
Okay, we're going to use Abaddon ult for this. It feels a little bit unnecessary when you have Ursa using Enrage. So, not really a big fan of that. It leaves you vulnerable for 70 seconds, but obviously the enemy team doesn't know this, so probably going to be irrelevant. But still, one of, again, Ursa's assets is he can do this alone. So if you want to help him tank a little bit in the start, sure, but don't burn a borrowed time for it, in my opinion.
You should write that note and slip it to Gaimin after the game.
Send a little secret note to see why.
You know better.
You guys, you should have stumped them harder. It's just not good enough. All right, Shannon, you're as a previous team owner. What do you tell your players after this game? Because that's definitely what the team owner does.
Don't pick Marcy.
Okay. And does your team trust you?
They should.
Do they care what you think?
They should. I'm paying them, of course.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if I could have said that after, I mean, we'd already lost TI, but game 4 of the finals, don't pick Slark mid. I didn't know I had to say that. That's
true.
The issue.
Yeah.
You pick Slark mid, you deserve to lose.
That's right.
You pick Marcy as a carry, deserve to lose.
Okay. All right. So what if the team owner said, my favorite hero of all time is Marcy, you guys have to pick it every game as carry? Would the team still do it because they get paid?
It depends on the relationship, really. That guy sounds like a dick, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Like a real loser.
Yeah.
Just like Marcy.
Soxa.
Sox is dead.
Yes, indeed.
It was daytime, and he went into the woods, and that is unsafe for a bat. Generally hiding in caves at night, a little known fact about bats. At day, sorry. And at night. What if Dota had caves?
There we go. This is really going to devolve into one of these, huh?
Well, it does have 2 caves, Shannon. This game has a lot of 2 things, apparently. There's 2 Roshan pits now, so that's a double. That's a double we didn't think of.
That's true.
Oh, arrow.
And it hits.
Slam dunk.
They have Orchid just in case. Not even needed. Hey, double-headed dude.
Yep. What?
What's the lore on that? What, you didn't see that?
Double-headed dude?
Man, you missed. Okay, now you're making me sound like I'm crazy.
Okay.
What is the lore of these young men statues? By young, I mean ancient and old. I'm actually going to ask Slacks after this, since we have nothing better to do. 20K lead for Gaimin. Tundra need to find something because it's been spiraling for a while.
Shrine of Wisdom.
Good job. There's 2 shrines.
there's doubles. Yep. 33 went on a bit of a scouting mission, and he found gold. Now with the Gale Guard on him and Soxa, we'll keep them alive a little bit longer.
2 Lotus Pools as well, thank you.
They stay alive for some additional seconds in the team fight. Maybe Marcy can kill a hero, so that's the strategy here. Duracho himself also with the Gale Guard. So is that 3 or 4 Gale Guards? 3 Gale Guards. Puck with the Gunpowder Gauntlet. Do you like that item?
The Gauntlet? Yeah, it's fine. It seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't like Gale Guard.
No.
As in
conceptually.
Too powerful.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we have the opening here. They should be able to get this kill.
Got him.
Here just to ensure Tofu's dead.
That's going to cost them a Roche, but... And they get a follow-up fight.
That's gonna, yeah, they do get it. Watson with the Aegis.
Yeah.
And I feel like Gaming could fight if they really want to. We'll see the Orchid. My God, the timing. BZM already dead. Marcy with the BKB will be able to take out Malady, but now he's up against the Bear. And I don't think that's going to fare too well. Searing Chains to keep him in place. 33 gets the Burrow Strike off, but Duracio's dead. Now the Bash. Yeah, this started off decent for Tundra. They take out the 2 supports, and then in a 3v5, the cores just get wrecked. $21K the lead. They retain the Aegis throughout all of this as well. That's a very nice fast Orchid there coming out from Ace. I believe that's the only Orchid they have right now, right? Yeah. That was pretty insane.
Pretty much instant. And of course, this is one of the curses that you have as Puck in a game like this. Yeah, you can buy a AVULUS to protect yourself against an Orchid, but your team needs your damage, so you have to buy Witchblade. Puck is a hard hero to itemize when you're losing, because when you're losing, you need the defensive item, but if you don't deal damage, your hero isn't valuable in fights. So, yep, just a symptom of what happens in the first 10-15 minutes of this game. You're paying the price.
Has to go Lincolns now, just to try to stay alive. See the Bloodstone on 33 along with the AVULUS, and they're just going for defensive items like Ghost Scepter just to try to stay alive.
Oh, Abyssal.
Good. Very fast reactions again, but BZM able to get the phase shift off. Illusory Orb blink away, but 33 won't be so lucky. The Bear decimates him. Foil expended as well.
Oh, Ice Pad
hits. Do they have the damage after the fact?
Yep, he did.
He is dead indeed. And now the towers shall fall.
Okay. It's gonna be, you would think, at least one lane with this banner. Might be a little bit tough to push for a second one without the creep immunity, but 2.5 minutes on Ursa's Aegis. Don't see any reason why Gaimin wouldn't just continue their onslaught here. Meow.
Great voice line. So one lane Arax, and it should be, and they're gonna have to force a fortification. Okay, they're not gonna pop it.
Who among the talent present at this event do you think could sound the most like a cat?
Slacks.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Very talented.
Yeah.
In useless things.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 lanes as Gaimin's lead has grown to 28,000 now. What will the game end at, Cinderin?
Score or gold lead?
Gold lead.
35K.
35K.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
my with the Aegis. Yeah, we'll see if you're correct or not. Lots on the line. Pride.
Hmm.
You have very little of that to begin with.
Uh-oh. BZM almost getting soloed here by Ace.
Yep, it's gonna be close. He does get out.
Okay.
And Duracio's gonna pop the ult. Will now have to stop hitting Ace as he will heal the full HP. He's gonna get Yule to the rest of his team. Not really that close as Watson jumps in. Abyssal 33 is dead just like that. Ace finally taken out, so they do get what they came for, but now they will come to death, Cinderella. Death's door would have been a better way to put it.
Let's see if they try to push for the GG here. They still have Aegis for a minute. Could start hitting bottom if they want to try to bait buybacks. They know for a fact that their heroes cannot die without Marcy. It's the one hero that can kill them right now. So they'll get to work. And we might not see the 35K Shannon. This might just be it. Nice ice path. Beautiful.
Ice paths have been on point. Soxa dead one more time for the road. And the Abyssal onto Io. That'll be the death of yet another member of Tundra. No GGs yet.
Yeah. Tundra hanging on to the late game Marcy timing. It's coming up soon.
That's right. They're discussing why they misclicked on Marcy.
There's the buyback from Night Stalker. Time for a last-ditch effort, but still, you don't have Puck now, so you can't contain them to let Marcy hit them.
Fortification.
They'll try us 3. Maybe a Sand King stun with a big epicenter could get the job done.
Really respecting this. I mean, the Aegis is going to be going away soon. Of course, they don't know that they don't have buyback, so playing it safe. You don't want to pull a Nightfall in this game.
Okay. That's unnecessary strays being caught here, I feel, but that's fine.
As unnecessary as the BKB TP.
They're necessary a lot of the time.
And here comes the final one. Epi is there. Quinn, he's got the save. He's got the BKB. 33 is just going to melt as Watson versus Human. Watson will win. GG's called.
Look at that net worth, Lee Chen. What does it say?
35K.
Damn it!
36K. I'll give it to you. That was really good. Too bad you didn't bet anything, as this was a
master player in this event.
Yeah, to play Ringmaster, you got to be a clown. So Huaimon fits the playstyle.
All right, well, Hong Kong. We'll see how that one goes. Thank you very much, and we'll see if these guys are clowning around or if they're going to dominate this game. Let's go over to Suns fan and Synderen.
Thank you, Slacks and Moon. Welcome. Game number 2, Gaimin Gladiators versus Tundra. This should be a good one. We got split on runes. Well, actually, no, that's 3 out of 4 on the runes there.
For Gaimin.
Yes. For
yeah.
Gaimin. But they were just praising Whitemon. I'm going to do the opposite. He teased us with the other facet that we've yet to see, with the unicycle and whatever the hell else there was, and then he switched at the last moment, so not happy with Whitemon today.
It's kind of weird how you pick the facet that has like 8% higher win rate in Pro Dota than the other one.
Because they don't know how to use the unicycle yet.
That's it. It's got to be it. Actually, I don't. There's at least a couple of % advantage for the Carney Classics, if I remember correctly when I watched last time. But either way, pub stats are one thing. Pro games, we don't really have any stats. I don't know if it hasn't been picked yet, the facet, I think, at all.
I doubt it.
Single pro game since Ringmaster was introduced to CM. At least I haven't seen it, but yeah, it'll be the Carney Classics as usual, so nothing special there. Now, the panel was talking about the nature of these lineups and how different they are. On one side, you've got the very heavy run-at-you style with Alchemist, who's going to, hopefully for their sake, farm pretty quickly and then get a Radiance. You're going to empower him with the Iron Shell and the Surge. And in a similar fashion, you can use Night Stalker in that way. And on the other side, we have massive, massive team fight. Tide, Shaker, Puck, and Jakiro, together with one hyper carry in Watson playing the PA. And I feel like in this current patch, carry to carry, it's really difficult to counterpick PA, which is why I think the hero has a really high win rate in this tournament and why a lot of teams rate it very highly. Alchemist, however, has not really been tried much. This is his second game of the tournament, and historically speaking, this is one of the best carries against PA specifically because of the pace he brings to the table. So I really like this idea from Tundra.
Well, Kraken Shell activated, but the whip will still get the kill. Whitemon with first blood.
Whipped him right to the grave. Tofu will pull the wave. This is a tough one to play.
Why haven't we been seeing Alchemist at all?
Well, he definitely got nerfed quite a bit in the recent...
We're going to maybe see a kill here. 33 can't dive any further. Should mention Soxa wanted to rerun the Night Stalker again.
Yeah. This time they third picked it, though.
Had a lot of fun with it last game.
It went through first phase for, I want to say, one of the only times this tournament. It's generally been either first phase banned or picked. But this time around, it was given lower priority.
Anyway, you were saying
about
Alchemist.
Yeah. I don't know why it's been picked this little. I think there's been more games that it could have worked in than just the couple that, well, it didn't work so far. But
auction.
Oh,
juked on himself.
Fancy footwork by Tofu in the forest. I mean, the thing about Alchemist is I think it's one of the hardest heroes in all of Dota to balance, to be honest. It's like, either the hero is strong early and snowballs like crazy, and then because he's the fastest hero at obtaining gold... Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh. Watson.
This is tight.
Has to pop the Fairy Fire.
He'll kill him, though.
He will turn around and take out 33.
The miss, too.
And Soxa.
Oh,
stuck in a precarious spot. He is healthy, though. It's a 1v2. He's going to try to dive, gets the Void onto Watson, and the last right click is enough. Tower providing a little bit of damage with Melody's right clicks. Soxa will walk it off.
Yeah, just to finish off the whole Alk thing, so we're done with that.
This is the longest conversation.
I mean, not really. We could talk about other stuff. You're making it longer.
Man, this is really long.
Yeah, it sure is. I think conceptually it's difficult to balance this hero. So in the last patch, he was like, in 737, he was rated extremely highly. Was picked a lot in the first phase because it's a numbers game, right? And if Alk farms really fast and scales really well, he's just going to be an extremely appealing Dota hero. Yeah. At a pro level. Then he gets nerfed somewhat on either economy or laning prowess, and all of a sudden he can almost disappear because it's very delicate the way that hero works. BZM?
Yep.
In some trouble here.
Tofu. Tofu's actually pretty damn low himself. Melody comes into play. Gets off the dual breath from afar. Tofu doesn't want to get any closer as Quinn will get the kill on the BZM. So it did require a couple rotations from Gaimin, but they get that pesky Dazzle, and that's a hero we have not talked about, unless you want to talk about Alchemist again.
No, we can do that.
But Dazzle, as a mid laner, has looked absurdly good so far in this tournament.
I think this hero is just flat out broken right now. But it's been banned a lot.
Gaimin, I mean, they gave it up. Yep. So the question is, what, in theory, as we're going to see Watson get gone on a bit, 33 out of mana, though, and actually TP from Tofu. And Soxa will be paying the price for his insolence, and now they can see that 33 doesn't have mana. So Blood Grenade upon him. He is just going to try to get a creep kill. Puts the Ion Shell to get some extra farm. Gets off the Surge, but nice stun from Tofu to bring him down to the grave. Ace, in the meantime, because of their rotation, is all alone and will eventually be taken out in turn. So the both offlaners do drop. Anyway, you were saying about Alchemist and Dazzle, Syndra?
I don't even remember anymore. About Dazzle?
Dazzle real strong, is what you said.
Yeah, so I think a couple of the games that we've seen that Dazzle didn't win, I question a little bit how players were itemizing it. Specifically, there was a game with BZM, I think that was against Tidebound? Or Xtreme. It was either or, I think it was Xtreme. Then where he late game still didn't have a damage item. He had like ridiculously low cooldown with Octarine and everything, but didn't fully scale. I think this hero can also go ultra late and be mega.
He doesn't have Grave here. Nice fissure, blocks him off. BZM is definitely dead. Quinn will get the last hit again. As the whip applied to Quinn. He's getting real low. Will phase shift off that last auto attack.
Yeah.
So you were saying about Dazzle?
I'm not sure why BZM was diving. So this wasn't this death. We're already on his second one now. But on the first death, he was playing very aggressively behind the tower. And I understand you want to do that to try to pressure out the puck, but I don't necessarily know if he was in a dominant enough position to pull that off, especially when Gaimin can easily teleport supports away from their respective side lanes.
Yeah.
Both PA can stand alone for quite a bit against Night Stalker and Darkseer, and in the top lane, the Tide. Sure, he did eventually die. It takes a while. Okay, they're going to go for dive here.
Nothal projection. Poison touch into the crippling fear from Soxa. Watson trying to stand his ground under the tower. They're going to kill each other, essentially. BZM gets the last hit as, well, BZM dies on the other side.
Whoa. Okay, never mind. I thought for a second that Whitemon wasn't going to make it in time to the Wisdom. That would have been terrible. But they trade evenly. Tofu started threatening it, and Whitemon came TPing down. I just realized that all the heroes that were in the bot lane had died or rotated mid, so nobody was on the Wisdom. But they'll get it minute 7:25, which is very late. Doesn't matter, it's the same amount, though. So they'll get it. 33 now with this Vanguard can easily jungle. He will now work on Arcane Boost and then finish his Halberd.
Do you think that BZM has learned his lesson? Because the stats show that the win rate is absurdly high, 71%-ish. We're going to have another little engagement here. Soxa will be found and taken out. But yeah, it felt like he was owning the whole game, and then he just didn't get that final item that would have put him over the top, so it ended up being a loss.
I mean, to be fair, in that game, there were multiple factors that lost that game, but I think it was also the only Dazzle game that I've seen this tournament that went that late, right? So there wasn't really much of a frame of reference for either BZM to draw on.
That's
or
true.
For
Usually
us
the
to form a
Dazzle
conclusion.
wins super fast.
Right. Most of the Dazzle games have been like 30 to 40 minutes, so that was an anomaly, I think. And it's also not the plan here for Tundra to get to that stage. I think when you're running an Alk Dazzle strategy, you want to really push the envelope in the mid game. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of farming time to get there. Darks here, Alk need time. And you can tell Gaimin are trying their very best to just be disruptive. They're moving around a lot with their heroes, looking for aggressive maneuvers. The one hero they're not stopping at all is the Alchemist. Dyrachyo, total free farm. More or less anyway. 70 CS, minute 9. Will be a very fast Radiance.
Oh yeah, the classic Radiance Alchemist build. Into what though? I mean, back in the day, it was the Manta, but then that became not so popular anymore.
I think Radiance BKB or Radiant Sun Hinyasha here is probably... And Dagger, of course. You'll get Dagger first. I think my favorite items here would be Radiance Blink SY, I think. But maybe Radiance Blink BKB.
Able to get out. 33 will surge away as TPs surge in for Gaimin. Nice fissure.
Could also go the Orchid route.
Soxa. And the Crippling Fear comes out with the Wheel of Wonder as well.
That's a good wheel.
Dead. And Tofu will follow suit. A good turnaround there from Tundra.
That was a great wheel. Gavlan would be proud.
Who?
You don't get that reference.
Okay.
It's a Dark Souls reference, Shannon. You don't play good video games. You play Counter-Strike 2.
And Dota.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. There's an anomaly.
Oh, yeah. Well, BZM had his novel projection out. All you have to do is kill his real body, and they do just that. That is the 3rd death for him, so...
Yeah, that's the one guy they're really slowing down is the Dazzle. 4 deaths.
4 deaths?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's taking the brunt of Gaimin's
Here's the
aggression.
question. I mean, first and foremost, Gaimin obviously are focusing him because they've seen how good this Dazzle can be. But, oh, we might have some action here. No. Okay, so we'll walk away. What kind of comeback potential does this hero have as a mid laner? Because he can definitely farm.
Yeah. That's a rough one. I mean, I haven't seen Dazzle in this position in this tournament, I think. And I don't mean mid. I mean down 0-4 and having 40 CS minute 10. So I think the recovery curve is still... That is 70-30 with even gold right now.
They really hate Ringmaster. Like, Ringmaster has a killing streak. Yep, not going to do too well. Crippling Fear from Sox is all he can do.
So, Dazzle... I mean, this is new to all of us, right? It's still a new concept, so we don't have that much data on, okay, how does the hero play when it's terrible? I'm assuming you still have to go the same build, right? Because what else would you do? I think you have to go Ags. And, well, it's going to take quite a long time to get there when you're this bodied in the game, and you can't just farm whatever you want because you need to give Alchemist the highest priority. So, I just think this is... Goes without saying, this was never going to be the plan for Tundra to have BZM be in this rough of a position, but now that he is there, I guess there's no other way into the game than just find whatever farm you can, try to get the Ags, and then hope to get one good fight once that Ags is online to really build yourself a game.
It's a 3v1 down here as Ace using the tower for protection. Dyrachyo, I think he just ran out of the coils there. He's going to get a lot of regen thanks to that Chemical Rage. Going to pop his... Oh, he's actually just going to die, actually. Yeah. And the bot lane, will they get a trade? Wheel of Wonder placed. Ace dies beforehand. Tofu.
Oh, that's awkward, Tofu.
He has Echo Slam, but he's going to use it, and he will die shortly after. That was awkward.
I am really surprised he completed that TP. That was something else. Quinn on BZM will be okay. Don't know if you've seen the progress pictures of Quinn's gymming.
Yeah, he's buff. He's a buff boy.
He has leveled up.
I remember when we were casting, what was it, the Arlington Major, he was complaining that he couldn't gain weight, and I was disgusted with him because I'm so fat, of course.
And then you guys did some sort of like Dragon Ball Z merge.
Yep, except I retained my weight for some reason, which is weird. Tier 1 tower in the bot lane taken out. Yeah, it's good to see that he's got a little meat on his bones. And a lot of muscle, too.
Yep.
Ladies, watch out. Soxa. He's going to use the Ion Shell to farm. He's actually giving the farm, too, to 30. Man, what a great teammate. 33 has Halberd, which is an item we saw a lot early on in the tournament, and then it's kind of dropped off a bit. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense against the PA.
Yeah.
Once that BKB comes out, then it's not quite as useful.
It might still find some use even after the BKB. If you kite and survive the first burst, then just getting Halberd off at any point without the BKB being available will be a big help. And if you wanted the Vanguard regardless, this is just such a feels-good build-up that makes a ton of sense.
BZM, he's here alone.
Go for
He is here alone, ladies and gentlemen.
Dead again.
He is certainly dead. This is not great.
Can't say he's having the best series today so far.
Death 5.
He has 58 CS and 5 deaths, so he gets 10 CS per life. Not a good stat line for a mid laner in general.
It will still be a trade of shrines.
Yep.
Just borrowing each other's.
Tundra went for a smoke aggressive play and hoping they were looking for trouble, but trouble came on the other side instead, so that was kind of a waste of time for them. Although they do have a wave top to push with at the very least. They will stick around.
The TP in from Ace. He's going to get greeted by a dagger, a shank, if you will. Man, I'm really disappointed when you get to see the other Ringmaster fights.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to see that unicycle.
I do
so
hope we
bad.
get to see one unicycle this tournament. That would be fun. But
Even if it's a misclick, just do it for us.
yeah, and Whitemon was teasing it too, because he had it selected for so long that we were starting to believe, oh, is he actually doing it? And then he switched it after like 40 seconds.
Oh, that's a Tormy.
Gaimin, Shard for Malady. Can now use both Liquid Frost and Fire.
Most of Gaimin were, most of Tundra were top because it was going to go top after 15 seconds. So really good timing from Gaimin to kind of snipe that in a way. I'm not sure if that's... there's no way they just gave it up, right?
Do you feel like that's kind of weird that it works that way?
No, I think it's awesome.
I'm like, if Night Stalker is meant to switch the side of it, shouldn't it switch as it spawns?
As opposed to just the day-night cycle?
No, but it's like you said it switches after 15 seconds, right?
Yeah, because the night is slightly extended because of Night Stalker as old. They actually get the silence on him the entire time. Quinn, big death.
Yeah,
only 4 more to go to catch up to BZM. Socks up. Help regain a Watcher, get a little bit more map control on this side of the map. But no, I really like the direction with the day-night cycle aspect of things. They've really embraced it. And there's some other aspects like, you know, certain heroes having better night vision can come into play.
Yeah, that's always been a part of the game. Or as long as I can remember, heroes have had.
Well, it's more, it's just, it's taken this interesting idea and made it a little bit more meta in certain aspects, especially with the facets coming into play.
Yep.
I think it's very cool. No Gaimin with, I mean, for both respective teams, whose shoes would you rather be in right now?
Probably Gaimin, because like the overall, they don't know this, right? But we can see it. They're up gold 17 minutes in against Alchemist. That is generally, that is above 50% win rate, just almost always. Leading against Alk and gold is a lot more impactful than against other heroes because that hero, oh, they found Sox again. Yep, that hero needs, it needs to be significantly ahead. And yeah, Duracho is ahead, and it's by a good margin, but the Dazzle's game is, ugh.
Yeah. It's,
brother, ugh.
It's a 3K deficit between him and the next up, which is PA, surprisingly. I mean, the 3 cores for Gaimin are all pretty close to the same net worth.
And I just, again, this is ignorance on my part, really. I don't know how Dazzle recovers in this patch. I don't know how exactly it's going to look. I don't know if it's going to feel meaningful. Every game of Dazzle we have seen as a core, he's been off to a good start.
Yeah.
And many of them he's won, but also some he's lost. But it's always, this is just unfamiliar territory for me at a pro level to see. So
yeah, it feels like
I'm not particularly hopeful, I'll be honest. I think this hero playing from behind sounds pretty ass, even with Nothful projection. I think it's still just going to be weak. And you're also having to deal with, the main thing I'm looking at with this hero in general, which is why teams started trying to counterpick it with AA, is you need to kill the real Dazzle, right? And you do have backline jumpers. You have Puck, PA, and Shaker that can all get in there up in his face. So yeah, I do think things are looking up for Gaimin, but as always with games with Alchemist, you can find one big fight, you can play around his timing. If things go well, it can very quickly ramp and get out of control for the opposition. So by no means are Tundra in an even remotely bad position compared to the last game when they were getting just curb stomped. But this leaves something to be desired for. If BZM was having a good game here, you could really see how this lineup could just pop off, right? But his recovery curve is mega steep, and credit to Gaimin on shutting him down that much. Oh, nice
Dark Ascension. Everybody exiting the premises now.
Actually getting away except poor ol' Ace.
Unfortunate for Ace, but
cash in his 4th death of the game, inevitably.
It's going to take a while.
Go to...
My goodness, really going to take a while.
No, 33 got it with the Ion Shell of all heroes. That's fine.
Yeah, because he's a good boy going for objectives. This tier 1 tower will go in Tundra's way. Tofu's going to get spotted, voided up. Knife will hit him in the back as well. Quinn, he's silenced, crippling fear.
He has haste, though.
Now that it's used.
And it's day.
Yeah. Coil available. Might have to use it on just 33, who's going to snap it immediately. Still sped up by the Surge. Is Dyrachyo nearby, along with Whitemont. I don't think we've seen a single box this game. As I say that, the box is used. He's going to take a Macro Pyre for his troubles, but he's able to whoopee cushion away as 33 eventually does get taken out.
And you can see the mindset here, right? BZM is not involved in this play. He has a farm. Now the Axe is up. See if this changes things. It's Axe upgrade. Obviously, the Shadow Wave becomes extremely powerful. And he does have good heroes to cast it on to get the connection, right? He can cast it on allies or enemies, of course, but Alk and Darkseer and Nightstalker, all 3 of them will generally be in good proximity. So you look at this and you can totally get what they're going for with the strategy and how it's going to work, but I feel like for Tundra, it's about to be crunch time now. This is when you want your big payoff from these heroes farming for so long. And we also need to keep in mind, we're talking a lot about the cores. The supports on the Gaimin side are pulling ahead by over 1,000 each. So there will be that utility advantage too, where Malady will have a full Solar Crest soon, and Tofu has the Blink and Shard.
Yeah, you can see with that scan, Tundra wanted to actually contest this, but it's going to be too late. Quinn with the Aegis. Soxa didn't have Dark Ascension up.
33 running through the pit, and Tumbler's toying over it to get to Sox as fast as possible, and he will just try his luck here on the Wisdom. And to my surprise, Gaimin just didn't go there after Roche.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought it was a trap. It's possible that they thought they were going to get ganked over there, but not the case. It's a big item coming out now. BKB complete for Watson. And he's going straight into Nullifier. Great way to deal with Surge, Ion Shell. Can you nullify the box? I think you can, yeah? Yep. So Escape Act, also nullifiable.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very good item here. And of course, PA doesn't mind the stats in this game. It's nice to get armor. It's nice to get damage, obviously. But yeah, armor against Elk is the name of the game.
Yeah, 3rd item?
And Dazzle.
We don't see that very often.
I really like this here. I think it's a super good choice to go this over something like SNY.
Yeah.
I think it's very clever.
Yeah, normally the Nullifier, it feels like one of those 4th or 5th items in most games, even when it's really good. But prioritizing here, like you said. See how that works out for him. Blink Dagger almost there for Ace. He's got the Vlads and Mage Slayer right now. Shadow
Fissure,
picked up.
Soxa again.
Yep, he's been tanking a lot.
He's been dying a lot this series. They're really on him.
Indeed. Ace, though, he's going to pop the Kraken Shell to try to stay alive. Malady coming in with a nice Ice Path. The Ravage was used, but he's going to look directly into the eyes of the Ringmaster ult, and Ace will eventually burn out. And now the knife hitting Malady. He's going to cancel his TP because he knows he's not getting out of this one. So 2 for 1 in favor of Tundra.
That was every trade. either Night Stalker or Dazzle for Tide. It feels like that's been the game the whole time. This time, Tundra do get a collateral via the...
Yeah, Ace is 0 and 5, so...
Yeah, BZM got a kill there, otherwise he would also have been 0 and 5.
The scorelines are actually really weird. So we mentioned BZM, of course. Whitemon's 5-0. Like,
yep, his Ringmaster. He's doing work in these games we've seen. He plays a really mean ring. Oh, nice Caster's Curse here.
Of course, Fissure.
Immediately die after being praised. Oh, he'll be fine, Shannon, because he plays a mean Ringmaster.
Coil onto 2, but can't pursue any further. As Quinn will illusory orb. Oh, but the crippling fear is going to hold him in place. He cannot jaunt away. Fissure comes in, but that is the Aegis down.
Doraccio BKBs.
Tofu, he's going to get slapped by Doraccio, who's in turn going to get slapped a bit by Watson, but will be able to walk away thanks to that Shadow Blade. He's going to jump back in, delete Soxa. Doraccio priming up the concoction, comes in, gets a nice one onto the PA. Watson in a lot of trouble. Wheel of Wonder placed again, but Watson had the BKB, able to Phantom Strike away as well. Whitemon finally taken out. His reign has come to an end via Quinn. As Doraccio now, they have the vision.
Oh, that's the big kill.
Concoction. Well, he does get graved and sped up. He's actually
Searing
fine.
Signet? Oh.
He's okay.
That was not far off.
33 though, that is dead in the water. One of the best shards in Dota 2.
Yes. Do you still hate the name?
Of course, it's terrible.
Okay. Do you still hate Marcy?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
don't make me vomit, I just ate.
Yeah, that actually is true. Had a delectable pizza.
Thanks, Cinderant.
Yeah.
Appreciate you purchasing that. That does not count as the meal that you owe me though.
I know. I did it out of the goodness of my heart, Shannon. I think you
really appreciate
earned a pizza today. You said something smart last game, and I'm trying to do positive reinforcement for you. I'm training you like a dog.
That's good. Pavlov's response.
Yep. Pavlov's Pizza. Sounds like a good name for a chain, actually.
Yep, you should trademark that immediately.
Yeah, all right,
Tormy is about to spawn. Good
and
timing from Gaimin. As Watson, ooh.
That is not bad to get for free. The break isn't that important here, but it's still just nice, you know, additional damage.
You can stop Doraccio from getting extra gold, Cinderin.
Yeah.
Really strong.
Oh, like the bonus damage onto Alk is no joke. The max HP damage is pretty significant when you're going for bursts.
Yep, true. Corrosive Weaponry is breakable, though.
Yeah?
Is passive. It's a passive I genuinely don't notice. Do you? Like,
it's not that obvious necessarily, but I mean it's also different now. They reworked Alk in 738 to need more charges to reach the cap, but also get them faster. But I think the overall math behind it made the new one worse in general. So that was one of the nerfs that Alk got in this patch.
Oh, Wheel of Wonder set up. Do they have follow-up? Concoction coming. They have the Hex. They have the death onto Quinn.
Really nice execution.
Malady will try to save Quinn, but it just leads to his own death now.
That was flawless. Super, super good. I think one of the most impressive things about the way Whitemon plays this Ringmaster is his wheels just sit there. Like, he just lands them. This spell is very difficult to use, actually, at a pro level.
Yeah.
Can't really put a finger on his play so far in the Ringmaster.
Whoa. Careful
clutch
there.
after clutch.
Yep, he is a beast.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Wait, is that a BKB? Dazzle has it? Okay. Well, BZM, we wanted to see some recovery. Still not looking too hot, but step by step. He's getting there. BKB now going Dagger next, and then Ghost Scepter queued up to solve the PA problem. Temporarily. You can't truly solve the PA problem. Fights are long enough, you're gonna die. That's how it works.
Yeah, Watson should have the nullifier before the next fight breaks out. Unless a fight breaks out very soon. Doraccio, ooh, has to blink away. Fissure does hit. Don't think they're gonna catch him though. That Shadow Blade.
This is a good opportunity
very
to
annoying.
learn.
Yeah, Watson will be getting that delivered now, so we'll be able to take off a decent amount.
Yeah, I think this is actually a timing that Gaimin has been waiting for, and now they will smoke with it, if I had to guess. Roshan can spawn in a minute. Oh, all right, they did just immediately smoke. Okay, because I was thinking they could also wait a little bit longer to try to combine this with a potential Roshan play, but yeah, there's a long time until his late spawn. Probably don't want to just sit around for that long, and there's
double
fire smoke.
Wisdom again.
Yeah, they're not really dealing with this Wisdom too much. I understand the first Wisdom rune is the most important one in the game, but I still, these subsequent ones, it adds up.
Yep.
If you don't get any of them, the supports are, you know, starting to fall behind. We've talked about how many deaths Soxa has. He's level 16. He has 8 deaths. The Jakiro's level 12. You know?
That's not just from Wisdom Reso.
No, of course not, but they've got the last 4, right?
That is kind of
So
insane.
It compounds really quickly. And if you look at the graphs, it's kind of fun to see, right? Like those XP dips. It's quite significant, obviously.
Yep, net worth-wise, very even exchange, although with the caveat that you are against an Alchemist. So Gaimin still in a pretty good spot. And this next Roche certainly will be a contention point. As Doraccio can
Straight in
finality.
there.
There's the
Dust it.
Sentry. They see him. He's going to have to pop the BKB. Wants to kill off this Jakiro.
He's
Gets
way
the
too
concoction
far
onto
ahead
2.
of his team right now.
Yes, he is.
Get the
We'll
hell
blink
out
away.
of there.
Quinn not able to get there in time. Now that that BKB is down,
Yeah, they could.
Gaimin should be looking for a fight. And
They
then we
will.
see the smoke.
Insta-smoke. Nothing expended on their side except that, so can very easily find a fight here. And yeah, Alchemist no BKB is dodging time. If Soxa gets caught here, as is tradition, I think you just sell him fully. Yep, he's dead.
Tradition. Soxa is dead.
But it's going to cost them
Oh,
more.
Ace gets the dead in the water onto the boxed creature known as Ringmaster.
Wait,
Look
could
at
you not
both
move the
supports.
box because of the anchor? It's still supposed to be able to move like 100 move speed, right? It didn't move at all.
Maybe he gave up, Cinderin.
Well, it would make sense. Honestly, this is a game about realism, and I think if you anchor down a box to the ground, it can't move.
Yeah, that's important.
You parked it.
My immersion would be ruined otherwise.
Yeah. Need realism in my game with fairy dragons and magic. Well, not too bad for Tundra, honestly. They only lost 2 supports. That, considering they burnt their Alk BKB for nothing, and then afterwards subsequently got caught, that was all right for them. Now, this one is worse, though. Doraccio.
Yep.
6
No
seconds on BKB.
Ace. Oh, he actually blinks to the wrong side.
Sick
Whoa, whoa,
juke.
whoa.
He stood still in the camp.
Now they see him, I think.
Yes, BKB now, though. But they might force it again, perhaps, if they get dead in the water on him.
Wow, that was really awkward. Okay.
That's funny.
I mean, Doraccio knows his old team so well.
Yeah.
He knows where they're going to look.
They'll never find me in the middle of the camp. He was right.
I mean, that is obviously a storyline we haven't really brought up too much, is the Doraccio versus his old team. And all the intel he may or may not have about how they like to play as Quinn. Gets a nice coil onto 2. It's going to force the BKB onto BZM. The Ravage was expended as well. Soxa, as tradition tells us, will die. Echo Slam is placed as 33. He's doing a lot of damage with that back wall. The Abyssal Blade from Doraccio onto the Tidehunter. Ace left to his own devices. He is dead. They've lost one other member as well, so it's a 5 versus 3 thanks to the buyback from Soxa. And make it a 5v2, so Malady takes a tumble as well. And
This
more
is a great
importantly,
time. There's
Roche
Roche.
is available.
Yeah. It should just be flat out Tundras. They immediately scouted out with the Impalement Arts, and should just be a full-on gimme. This is big. This is when Alchemist and when Dazzle want to really... I mean, ideally they wanted to do it 5 or 10 minutes ago, but that was not happening with how the early game went. This is now a potential second peak for their lineup. You see the replay here, the 2-man. The Ravage here honestly feels like a complete waste, in my opinion.
Yep, 100%.
Like, yeah, you forced the Dazzle BKB, but you already had the Night Stalker coiled, so your Ravage is effectively just doing damage. The stun doesn't matter. And then, yeah, not having it for this follow-up fight is what prompts Tundra to be so confident about just chasing them down.
Echo is also on 1.
Yeah. A couple of the big spells.
Come back
really
to live. The
successful.
Aegis already taken. That is for BZM. Crippling Fear will always be an issue for Quinn. He's going to have to use the coil just to get out. He's slowed to a crawl thanks to the Void, though. And there's a Novel Projection. Able to blink out, but another Crippling Fear. Vacuum onto 3. That's 3 heroes silenced now. They don't have Ravage to work with at the moment. The Grave onto Soxa to keep him alive. 33 in the meantime. Trying to get to the high ground. They've lost the Earthshaker. It's going to be a trade for Soxa, or is it? Yes, one more slap from Ace does the job. As Duraccio has that break onto Tidehunter.
He's in a really awkward position here. His ult is running out. He'll get out.
Watson did not want to go any further. I mean, after all that, it's just a support for support. Aegis still there.
Yeah. We're now reaching a point where Soxa has died more than his teammates combined. There's 11 deaths out of the 19 on the NS.
Wow.
So while the kill difference might, or the KDA might not look too great for an Alchemist game that you're behind on kills, keep in mind that the vast majority of them are on the NS, and he's still performing his primary function, which is pop Crippling Fear, jump in on the puck, and make Quinn's fight difficult. Now, Quinn could try to itemize against this. He could buy a BKB now that he has the Lincoln to protect himself from Alk. We'll see. I feel like he would rather go for an offensive item here like Octarine Core, or a hybrid item, I guess, should say. But nothing in the quick buy just yet. Has the gem though. And 33 will get spotted by said gem.
And dead in the water with
Tofu
real good.
out of no man's land.
Yep, Tofu gets slapped a bit. Ravage comes out. It's going to hit 2. Not a whole lot of damage follow-up. Macropyre in the middle as the World of Warcraft again taking over everyone. Cinder and Ace dead. Quinn now on the run. As Duraccio gonna pop the Lincoln's gonna get slowed. No, he's gonna blink before it hits him actually. Gonna focus on the Jakiro instead. As Malady, he's gonna be next to drop to the grave, and there is Soxa to finish off Quinn.
And that's the
Triple
gem.
kill for Duraccio. Watson, the BK, or the Nightfall. Don't even need to say BKB. Oh, he gets abyssaled, and that is a true Nightfall. BKB TP into death. Whipped to another timeline. 9K lead for Tundra, and they have taken firm control of this game. Aegis, not even threatened.
Yeah, this Shaker plus Tidehunter combination has just not worked that well this game. It feels like they're not able to chain their...
Into death. Whipped to another timeline. 9K lead for Tundra, and they have taken firm control of this game. Aegis, not even threatened.
Yeah, this Shaker plus Tidehunter combination has just not worked that well this game. It feels like they're not able to chain their spells. It's very one-dimensional in the way that they fight. And this is the problem that you're facing against Alchemist with a strategy like this, is you have all these big AoE spells, but what do you do about a single Alch just running at you? Yeah. You can't really commit all your stuff on him. You can't commit the PA either because you can't truly kill him. So you kind of want the enemy team to group up a little bit and land some nice combos, but they're not really offering you the opportunity. It's like maybe you're getting Alk +1, maybe you're even hitting 3 heroes on the Ravage, but as long as they're spread thin, you can't really seem to finish the job. And now Tundra, with all the confidence in the world, starting to dive the base, place down the banner, and this will be the first lane.
Man, this
Classic
game really
fashion.
turned around fast. As you can see, the Novel Projection, they're going to try to take out the Earthshaker right on the footsteps of his Fountain. Tofu able to get to safety. Soxa Graved will run away. First lane secure. Ace dead in the water. The Dazzle. Just going to casually take it off and walk away. Is this a fake back? I think it is. Not.
Okay.
It is not. No. They're actually going back. Duraccio, though, he never wants to go back. He's going to force out the Watson BKB. Duraccio, he is graved, and he is gone.
They'll get you out.
That is when you wish that you had a Basher on
Yep.
PA.
That is very true. Bash would have changed that significantly, but instead Tundra with 0 casualties, just the easy grave TP. Now Duraccio Bloodthorn. PA can die in a blink of an eye in a stun. And the 5th Wisdom rune in a row, or shrine I should say, for Tundra.
Yeah, those have really really added up, feels like. Yeah, Tundra, they've really turned this around, and it was quite sudden.
Yeah, it feels like the problem that Gaimin are facing is really Alchemist and Night Stalker jump a support each, and they just lose formation entirely. Because they can't really kill the Alch at all, and when they go on the NS, he gets graved. So it's kind of tricky. I think maybe what Gaimin have to look for is getting a smoke jump and just flat out just piling on the Dazzle if possible. That would be the ideal situation, but since he has BKB, it's not that easy when you don't have Basher, because then he's always getting the Grave off. Because BZM hasn't bought his Shard, so if you do stun him, he can't use his ult. But hasn't been a problem so far. He's recovered the game quite nicely. He was 0-5-1, now he's 3-5-8.
Yep.
And on the net worth, he's looking healthier and healthier.
He's overtaken 1 core.
Yep.
So he's now second to last.
And Duracho is 7-1-11.
Yeah, he has been pretty much unstoppable this game. And what room does he have to grow? Just buy Ags for people, upgrade Blink. Looks like it'll be a Swift Blink to start.
Yeah. Seems like a good choice. He's playing without boots, so getting that movement speed burst is very helpful.
Now a smoke from Tundra. They're going to force this to a game number 3. Quinn is spotted. A little illusory orb away.
Sox is on the hunt. They'll keep going. They have all the vision advantage.
Duracho jumps in. They want the dragon. Dragon's dead. Poison touch hexing 2. There's the crippling fear with the vacuum and the wall to follow. The fissure blocking off everybody except for the Night Stalker. Quinn. The little baby ravage from the creeps, it looks like.
Watson
the buyback now on the Malady. Watson all alone. He's going to get abyssalled. Going to try to fight his way out of this. There's the ravage to follow, but the BKB from Duracho is going to avoid it entirely. Watson is dead. Quinn coil onto 1. And that usually means bad news bears. Box will keep 33 alive anyway. And that's 4 dead. Triple kill for Duracho. As Quinn trying to take out a creep wave, but they're going to fortify it. And they're going to continue to chase. There's the Hex. Wheel of Wonder, which he just phase shift off apparently.
He wasn't facing it.
Okay, looked like he was. Does Puck have a face?
Yes.
And he was facing, right?
Haste. He's running.
He's wasting a lot of time. Lincoln's gonna pop.
Hex.
There's another Hex. BZM.
Hexed again. Whip.
This is one fast piggy. Can you get away from all of the predators? No, you are bacon. Delicious for Tundra.
That was a cool kill. The way they stagger their hexes and then hit the max range dart. Really cool.
Yeah, that was a long chase. Slippery pig. This is going to be a second lane, and yeah, that's been the game for Tofu, it feels like. Has had very little impact, unfortunately.
The Night Stalker matchup is just flat out super terrible for Shaker. It's one of the worst matchups in the game because what Shaker thrives on is vision advantage. Or rather, at the very least, not disadvantage. If it's even, that's okay, but when the enemy team can always get an overview of the fight with Dark Ascension, it's impossible for you to find angles. Like, Tofu actually had a pretty good start to this game, and he's had very minimal impact, because every single fight, they just know where he is, they play around him, maybe they kill him first sometimes. It's tough to be a Shaker out here. Mid tower gone, Duracho looking for the Megas.
Chemical Rage activated. BKB now onto the Night Stalker. There's a triple vac wall. Soxa with the crippling fear. Already Malady is dead. Ace will follow suit. Watson, so much minus armor on him, and he is going to burn away. BZM with a double kill as the GG is called. And this is going to a game number 3.
Nice turnaround from Tundra. Nice recovery after a very rough game 1. But like both we and the panel talked about, really felt like...
As we get into game number 3. Now, very important game here, ladies and gentlemen. I know that the team that loses, not only are they a loser, Cinderin.
Oh.
But they will have to face up against Team Spirit in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
And I feel like am I crazy that most of these teams would rather play literally any other team right now, even the ones that are in the upper bracket?
I think there's a case to be made for that, that today Spirit was just...
They were just bad today. Yeah.
This was not their best day, and Falcons came in guns blazing and just really brought something special to the table and prepped very well. And Spirit is also a team that's notorious for learning a lot from their losses and making good adjustments. So, yeah, I think facing Spirit after that series they just played today is still not going to be easy, even though they kind of got run over, actually. So yeah, there's a lot on the line here, having both lives remaining and obviously the scary matchup in the lower.
I think we're actually going to have a fight on our hands here. 33 was the one that was initiated on initially, but you can see the Sunstrike with the shackle, and Watson is the one taken out first. Quinn trying to get away. He'll get one kill, but dies shortly after. 33 will eventually drop. Malady as well. Big Star Storm hitting twice on one unit, and I think it was the Pine Cone. As Marana will die next. Triple kill for BZM at the beginning of the game. Holy shit, what a start.
Look at the net worth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is a dream start, because mid-Invoker, so Exort Invoker, I feel like is honestly the only viable way to play this hero in Pro Dota right now. He has pretty bad damage in lane, but you give him triple kill, he can probably have the same base damage now as Queen of Pain when he brings out, I'm assuming, 2 nulls. Oh, mega head start here for BZM, and also a comfort pick like none other for this guy. So the main things you're looking for with Exort Invoker is you want to have sideline heroes that you could kill with Sunstrike, and this time around he has the Shackle from Shadow Shaman setting it up, and he has the Sprout is a little bit unreliable, but Stomp from ET could be very reliable. And you're playing against effectively 0 stuns. This Gaimin lineup has no reliable flat-out just catch, so you're
hard mode enabled.
Yeah, you're probably going to be able to move around the map somewhat semi-freely at the very least on Invoker, and it also means that your Shackle, for example, from the Shaman, is going to stick.
Yeah.
So you can't miss the Sunstrike in this lane. It's actually just not possible. So that is very, very good news here for Tundra with that early head start.
So what you're saying is their lineup for the game inside harder to execute.
I would argue yes. I think the fact that not only do you not have the best catch, but the enemy team is also playing relatively high pace between Prophet, ET, and Shaman. It's a little bit of a mix from Tundra, because they're not all fast heroes. You've got the Doom, you've got Exort Invoker, but these heroes can utilize aggressive teammates very well. So even if they themselves aren't the fastest, they can enable it. Here comes the Sunstrike bottom. You would assume. Nope, never mind. We're just shackling.
Yeah, there it is. A little laggy right now.
I said you can't miss the Sunstrike on the Shackle, but if you don't cast it on the Shackle, you can miss.
This is true.
Doesn't
1 for
matter.
1.
They get him anyway.
Yeah. But that triple kill to start the game, I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen anything like that. The Huskar we mentioned the other day from Quinn at T. I don't remember what that was, though, at the beginning of the game. But have we ever seen a Rampage at the beginning of a game before?
No.
Because triple kill's up there in a pro game.
I think I remember like 1 Ultra, and that was like a mega stomp following that. Yeah. Unsurprisingly. But
who was the Ultra on? If you don't?
I do not remember. But I just feel like we've cast a game where somebody got 4 kills.
The first hero that comes to mind as a hero that can level 1, if everybody's congregating in the same area, get a Rampage, and I've seen it in pubs, is Undying with Tombstone.
Yeah, that's very, very rarely the skill you level 1 in Pro Dota, though. They almost always get decay.
For sure, for sure.
So
low skill Dota for the win, Cinder.
Yep.
But if BZM doesn't win lane after that start,
yeah.
And potentially free kills with his Sunstrike if he actually casts it in time. We'll see, though.
Shackle.
We'll have, there it is. Sunstrike won't be enough for the kill outright, but that sure is a lot of damage.
Tons of pressure. And this is what's so nice for BZM is he doesn't really need too much mana in his own lane, so he can expend the resources in the side lane since he has extra mana regen from the early null, and arguably, I think he should still finish the second null, but he's holding off on it, maybe wants to get faster Midas. But yeah, when your own lane is easy, you get to help out your friends a bit more. Soxa looking for an angle. Interestingly, this Radiant Ward in the middle of the lane is protecting them from Soxa trying to find angles down bot.
So why don't you think the other facets for... first of all, this is going to be the most exciting one anyway, right? The Agent of Galaron. They tried really hard with that one.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the other two, though?
I guess the second best one is probably the Wex because of how good the EMP shard is.
Yeah.
But it's just that the other shard and Ags don't inspire a lot of confidence in me. And since Invoker is no longer Universal Hero, it's very hard to lane without any damage. So it's just, I don't know, it's just tough.
Yeah, we'll have to Sprout himself, Ace. He's actually going to go down instead. My goodness. Starstorm coming out. Whitemon will be traded eventually as 33 will take out Malady in the other lane. Watson trying to finish off Soxa. He'll get him. Blink strikes to the range creep. And looks like he'll live. No Sunstrike to come this time. Yeah, the other one that I'm assuming you think is the worst is, well, first of all, the Tornado Ags doesn't sound particularly good.
I think it's just really bad.
The Invis.
Oh, 33.
Oh.
TPing out. We'll get out. BZM though. Oh, BZM should not be dying in this lane now. With the head start.
Close to
it's
dying.
not happening.
Quinn will blink to the north.
Yeah. Quinn recognizing that Sox is coming, so he will dodge. We'll get the bounty rune.
Midas almost done for BZM at 5.5 minutes. Not too bad.
It's a nice combination to run this mid Invoker with a very fast-paced carry like the Prophet. I think you want to be careful to not get too greedy as Tundra, especially against a team like Gaimin. So the carry being Doracio's fastest-paced hero is the perfect match for the greediest mid for BZM. Whitemon clubbing away at Tofu. Keeps trying to hit, even though he has 0% chance to hit. Might as well wait until the debuff expires. You'll never hit. But... oh, I say that. It's 60% blind. I don't know. I thought it was 100%. That would kind of be really crazy. So, you know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, good on you, Whitemon, for making me look like a fool.
Yeah, you make yourself look like that all the time.
That's right.
Ace level 3 in this offlane right now. This would be a big kill, and it will be one with the Sonic Wave. Malady actually gets the last hit.
Oh, -1 int for the Invoker, Shannon. How will he recover from this?
It's true. Brain Rot has hit BZM.
And now, despite that amazing level 1 fight, 1k gold lead for Gaimin.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So,
and
the level 1 fight went 4-2 in the favor of Tundra.
More importantly, I don't know how much gold BZM lost, but he is currently about 200 from Midas.
Yeah.
So he was probably pretty close because he already had a killing spree.
Yeah. And he probably would have lived if he wasn't going Midas, but had used his gold on other items. But the thing is, like, you're going Midas here, right?
Yeah. No, I can't. Yeah,
You just have to.
I feel like a lot. Ooh, 33.
Yeah, big damage. Watson's having a great game on the PA this time around.
Soxa and Whitemon have shown up, though.
Sunstrike.
Here it comes.
Where's the shackle?
There it
Soxa
is.
says BZM.
Yeah, well, this is how you miss Sunstrikes. Your teammates fail you. As whoa, big crit from Watson. Takes out Whitemon. It'll eventually be the trade as Soxa. He's going to get crit if he's not careful. And foul play is not enough for him. Is this going to be another triple kill, this time for the other team? Watson goes in, he gets it. What am I watching?
Honestly, that's just not good enough from Tundra. Like, that's not okay. They have the easiest to execute combo here for Sunstrike with just getting a shackle into Sunstrike. Instead, they either miscommunicate or just YOLO drop the Sunstrike. It misses. Everything that happened there was because the Sunstrike didn't hit.
Yeah.
And now they lose 3 heroes.
Oh
now BZM's going to get ganked in mid. He's going to live for now, though. Good
does have his
counterplay.
Midas now. Shackle.
And the Sunstrike on this one, he's silenced.
With the Echo Stomp
and the Sunstrike
to follow.
on this one. Okay, Sox is going to break the Stomp.
Both Tofu and Quinn are pretty low as a Sonic Wave is going to hit Whitemon.
Oh, that was a good snipe.
Drop.
Onto Malady.
Oh, yeah, wow. That was actually
one.
off screen entirely.
But damn, that bottom thing I still can't get over. That was so uncharacteristic. That seemed so uncoordinated for Tundra standards.
Yeah.
And then 33 even stuck around and got jumped and killed as well, right? So Watson's game is insane now. That triple has massive ramifications going down the stretch in this game. Because we haven't really talked about this too much. I think it's a pretty damn good PA game. Like, there's no core-to-core counter matchup here, except you could argue Doom is like, okay, but PA has a very high win rate this tournament. A lot of her losses are because she's either is facing better core matchups, such as the previous game with the Alchemist, or because she has a bad start. But in the games where she has a good start, She wins the vast majority of them, so... Yep.
Wait, I just thought of something that's probably already been done before. He's going Atos on Invoker. So Gleipnir, increasing AoE. Does that actually increase the AoE of...
I think it increases the AoE of the meteors and Kata, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not positive, but I think so.
I mean, it should. It's just I can't remember ever seeing a Sunstrike larger than the average Sunstrike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sounds insane, though. Wow.
In theory, if that was the case, maybe Invoker would have wanted to buy it with Bloodstone in the past, but yeah, I'm not positive with the AoE how many of the spells do.
I mean, if it works like other spells, it should 100% work.
Yeah, then it should just work on everything it has, right?
Oh, we have the Doom as Malady and Tofu going to be backing up the PA. Is 33. Not going to really be doing that much damage. Socks in the meantime. He shows up, but so does Ace. Malady's going to be the first to fall. There's the Shackle. That's 33 on the retreat now. The Echo Stomp is going to dissuade them any further. As the crit comes in from Watson, they will get the support, so it's a 1-for-1.
Sunstrike.
Not there.
That is off the mark. And Ace is still giving vision. They're thinking about this. They'll keep thinking.
Yeah, and this is one difference that we're seeing in this.
Quinn.
He's going to run
and walk straight into them.
And BZM. He's going to get Hex to start. Meteor not going to do too much as Ace will just throw out a random Void and back away. This is the entirety of Gaimin, by the way. Onto BZM they go. Big Sonic Wave, that's enough. Soxa, he will shackle to his death. Eventually. 33 showing up along with White Mom, but remember, the numbers are on the side of Gaimin by far. Tofu, he dies mid-leaf. That looks hilarious. 33, he's going to get slowed to a crawl and will be traded out. A 3-for-1 in favor of Gaimin. This is really sloppy on both sides, Cinderin.
I'm lacking a little bit of cohesion from Tundra. We already talked about the Sunstrike bottom, but I also think they should really be aiming to get Dyrachyo a little bit more involved with something else than just the ult. I think they need him to show up and deal some Maelstrom damage and look for these kills when they do land the Shackle, when they do land Cold Snap. Just bring him in and get that extra long-range artillery. Because Gaimin are bringing the numbers, right? Like, they're bringing everybody around to these plays. And things are only going to get worse now because now Malady has global, so he can protect them from the Prophet assistance now. If he tries to use teleportation, you just global him out. He's going to have to wait for it before he can join. This was a sick Echo Stomp, by the way. Imagine if there's some damage there.
Yep, Sunstrike.
Nice Sunstrike on the mark this time. Not enough, though. There's the global.
Silence. As you can see, Watson's going to pick off a support, and 33 is going to die next. So Gaimin taking control of this game.
Yeah, that's a well-spent global. Getting those 2 kills. Interesting, Ace is working on a Halberd here on the Night Stalker. So looking to counter out the Nature's Prophet's impact with that. Get tanky front line for his team, and by that time, this is such an early battle for Shannon. This is crazy. He's 7-1 in a pro game on PA.
Yep.
This is a 12-minute Battle Fury, but I think his courier is dead.
10 more seconds, though, so it's not...
is he still... No, he's missing a second broadsword, right? Or does he already have that?
No, he has it in his backpack.
No, he has an iron branch in his backpack, Shannon. That's not a broadsword.
On the screen, I'm seeing 2 broadswords now and a TP.
Yeah, I see it now. Also, he had it in his...
Yeah, he had one in his stash and one in his courier.
Yeah, so you said backpack. Backpack is the one you're carrying. Stash is a box that you have in your base.
Okay, thanks, Cinderin.
You're welcome. That language can be difficult sometimes. This modern day and age, there's a lot of like subliminal messaging and...
Yeah, of course. You have to be precise these days.
Gotta be careful what you say. People take things out of context all the time. Here goes the tower. Tundra not meeting much opposition. They'll even drop the Mass Serpent wards for this, but now the opposition will show up.
Yeah, Quinn, he gets a scream off. No Doom yet for 33. Sonic Wave only clips 33 as Watson's going to try to take him out in tow. Ace is going to catch up and help out his comrade in arms. Sucks it does get out, but another game where 33. I feel like he was off to a decent start. It's been now a few deaths racked together.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And in spite of, you know, like we talked about, Gaimin don't really have any obvious inherent catch. The slows are enough for now. They just run at them. Slow them with Night Stalker, slow them with PA, slow them with Silencer, slow them with Quap. No, Quap doesn't even have a slow, actually. He doesn't have their skill bit.
Atos into Sunstrike.
That's a low.
Mobile. As Watson's going to right-click on the NP, Dyrachyo dies. Big kill for Gaimin.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Damn. 5k lead at this point is extremely healthy for Gaimin's lineup into a Doom as well.
Oh, nice. Ace can be brought back with the Doom now. Shackled up as well. Sunstrike will be communicated. He doesn't get the kill. Whitemon does instead.
Yeah. And it's rather tanky with the Vanguard, so not quite enough for the overkill, but doesn't matter all that much.
The offlane Night Stalker does last a little longer than the support we've been seeing in this, on Soxa specifically.
He had it's funny how he was dying so much last game, but I actually think he played a really good game. Like
that's his job.
Yeah, if that's what it's gonna take to get your team into favorable positions, every pro player will just, I mean, I say that, probably not every, but most pro players are willing to play very sacrificial if they can see the vision that that is the best way to play. You know, playing to win. Not always gonna look too good, but that's why it's scary sometimes, or scary is the wrong word. That's why you shouldn't always look at surface level with KDA, especially in Pro Dota, because sometimes deaths can be valuable.
That's what you told yourself in your career. Is
that is
have
true.
The opening up, and that's a dead silencer.
Ball of meat.
He did not have global silence anyway, as Soxa takes so much damage. He's going to get traded. Oh, a big ET ult coming in, though. That is a lot onto Watson. Staying alive, though. Blink Strike away. Tornado does not clip him, as Sonic Wave hits 3 from Quinn. And Ace in the cover of the Moonlight Shadow, looking to re-aggress potentially.
They have really good info here.
Tundra sticking together.
They should know Doom is still on cooldown, but a little bit of a dangerous situation there. I think that was a big Lotus on Watson, right? He got an insane amount of heal. Looked like he was gonna die from the Splitter plus, yeah. Indeed. Splitter plus Invoker combo could have taken him out, but greater healing Lotus for the win.
Tormy time, though. So Tundra will secure this. Whitemon gets the shard, and that is another underwhelming one.
The CDR is something, but yeah, it's hard to use it without having your spirit out at this point in the game. So, largely, as you said, underwhelming.
But with his, did he pick that facet again? Natural Order, drains magic resistant
Deconstruction,
armor time.
yeah.
So,
there will be situations where he wants to get on top of people. If he's cast all his other spells, I think it's fine. Soxa.
He's spotted. These are two
good
supports.
ward here.
Arrow not going to hit. Foul play is up, baiting them in. He's going to die. Tofu will likely be the trade, though.
No mech. Okay.
So 1-for-1 for supports.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ace will not finish the Halberd. He's going Vanguard Midas.
By the way, BZM started off 3-0, and I think he died a couple times, and now he's 8-2. So another separate killing spree.
I do think he died a couple of times, which is reflected in his 2 deaths. I agree.
Just commenting on the fact that he's had 2 different killing sprees this game, and it's only 17 minutes in.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. No.
Is Ace actually going for Midas here?
Well, his quick buy says Hand of Midas, so it would seem so. Yes.
God, what is wrong with you tonight? Do you agree with Hand of Midas?
Can you ask better questions?
There, I just did.
Oh, look, he bought the Halberd.
Yeah.
A moment ago, I said he wasn't going Halberd, he was going Midas, but you weren't listening. Because you don't care what I have to say, so why would I answer your questions?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, see?
Ignoring.
There it is.
Meatballs marinara placed by BZM.
Mmm, delicious.
He actually is finished with his Aghanim Scepter.
Do I agree with Midas on Night Stalker?
I don't know who asked that question.
I don't know. I feel like if you're going Midas now on NS, your mindset is that this one is going to be, like, actually very late game.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of games where PA will pop off in, like, 10 minutes, and your Midas will barely even have paid by itself, for itself by then. So at that point, you would have been better off maybe rushing a BKB or Dagger or Orchid, whatever your team needs. I can't say I love the Midas, to be honest, when I look at it, but at the same time, if the game is in an okay state...
Feels like his shard is like a mini Midas, kind of. You could just go for that, but don't get the levels. Polywog not too happy with 33. As the Serpent Wards are placed for this Tier 2 tower, first TP incoming, it is Quinn.
Well, he's kind of late to the party.
Yeah, tower's already dead.
Might. Oh, the dust missed?
Dark
No, he walked
Ascension
into
plays.
it. Okay.
Ace now trying to chase, and there's the global silence. Oh, this will be a big sonic wave right on top of the Nature's Prophet. Okay, it's not that big of a sonic wave. It hits one, but it's an important target. That is
It's the same size no matter what.
Soxa.
So it's always big.
Big Cataclysm. Oh my goodness! Destroys Tofu and Quinn to follow. Good turnaround from Tundra.
Soxa.
Watson on the cliff. He's going to get shackled. He's going to get doomed. Soxa somehow staying alive. This Rasta is invulnerable.
Until he
as
dies.
BZM gets a triple kill and only one member remaining for Gaimin. It turns nighttime and Ace is going to be thankful for that.
Damn.
Get away.
That felt like spellcasting diff, honestly. That was, the Sonic Wave I think was kind of unnecessary. It only hit the Prophet in a camp, and I don't even know if they needed to Sonic him, and then they start chasing it down, and they get this fat combo between ET and Invoker with the Kata. And Soxa got, I think, 2 full duration shackles off. So really, really well played there by Tundra. Sick combo.
All right, BZM, it's time for the glip glop, as the great Kezu would say. We need to see if Sunstrike gets bigger, Cinderella.
Yep. So we're going to see the replay here. So, see, the first Sonic cast would have been awesome, but he got insta-hexed by Soxa. This Sonic, I don't know. It feels kind of meh. And now they chase forward. He gets shackled. Stomp. Fat Kata meatball. Look at this. Oh my god. He's just... Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, Soxa MVP in this fight.
And then there's another shackle here, right? And then he turns around for the Hex. He even bought more time, and now they also get the Roche potentially.
Oh, Quinn wants to contest.
Kata?
Cataclysm, this time not set up by anything because the Echo Stomp is after the fact.
This is actually kind of a big deal. There's no Kata now, and they know there's no Doom. So maybe Gaimin could just steal this Roche if Watson went over. They're kind of thinking about it. Staying around the neighborhood here as Doraccio is still pushing out bot.
Good news, Ace has his Midas intact. He's going to get hexed. Will he use the Midas? 33. Going to be chased, and there's the tornado into the meatball. Sonic Wave only hitting 1, but the dagger will finish the job for Quinn. 33 on the run, but Moonlight Shadow can give him cover. Another shackle coming out from Soxa. Deafening blast onto Quinn with the EMP to follow. He will blink out before it procs. Shadow Shaman finally ends up dropping. So 2 for nothing as Tundra now on the full retreat. 33 will be able to get out. So that'll put an end to this fight.
Only 20 seconds until the respawns. Is this Roche even possible now for Gaimin in time? I don't think it's long until next Cataclysm either.
Let's see.
Trying for it. Tundra are starting to move over though. ET Spirit. Close by.
Yeah, this is going to be
a tornado
close.
here would be massive.
Tornado does hit everybody with the Cataclysm. Watson gets the Aegis. It's going to cost him a lot of lives. BZM in the middle of basically everybody. The Doom applied to Quinn. Aegis is already gone. EMP does hit as Ace is going to get run down. And now Watson completely surrounded. Doraccio with that Mjolnir. Watson trying to get some consolation kill, but he gets hexed and destroyed. Triple kill Doraccio. 33 on his own mission to take out Tofu. Pops the stick, stays alive, dies inside the Sprout. Full team wipe. Tundra.
Holy,
wow.
That ET Invoker combo is just so dirty when it lands. Talk about perfect timing. I think if Whitemon is 3 seconds later, this doesn't happen. Like, that had to be right there and then. He more or less one-shot the Night Stalker with Invoker, so getting him out of the fight immediately makes things a lot more comfortable for Tundra's side.
Well, the death timers are so low they can't even fully capitalize here. It's only 24 minutes in right now. But obviously getting rid of that Aegis, I don't think it was a snatch, right? So Roche was killed by Gaimin as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that they lose the Aegis immediately, this is just obviously not at all worth it. And now You know what? I'll answer your question from before. Now I officially do not like the Night Stalker Midas.
Wow, it took you that long
Because-
to answer such an obvious question.
It's not obvious. You need to see the game develop, right? It's always easy to be capped in hindsight, right? But now with how this game has developed, that Midas has absolutely proven to not be the correct choice, right? Because maybe you have an extra item here, maybe it makes a difference. Like, let's say Night Stalker has a dagger, right? As an example, he would be able to just blink on top of the Invoker or blink on top of the Shadow Shaman and disrupt the fight massively. But instead, I feel like in more fights often than not, Ace is kind of just getting kited, actually. Keep in mind, you're playing with a lineup without, like we said, targeted stuns. So Night Stalker has, in my opinion, a lot more responsibility to give information and to pseudo-stun heroes through Crippling Fear and Void combinations. And he's just not getting in there.
Yeah.
Invoker's kiting him, Shadow Shaman's kiting him, he's getting caught by stomps, you know? It's not great.
I feel like Doom is not a hero we typically think of in terms of getting kited, but I feel like in the last 6 months, this hero feels like he gets kited towards the late game.
Yeah.
But against this lineup, it feels like a free Doom game too, which is not something you typically look at.
Yeah, that's true. He can kind of just stick on his targets. The only hero that can truly bully him out is the PA because she hits hard enough. But she also doesn't want to get doomed. So the Doom has to be expended first before they can comfortably go on to 33.
Well, 8K lead for Tundra. They're in the driver's seat now. Scan comes out as Soxa with the Glimmer finds Ace. Serpent wards. Kata.
Boom.
Pop goes the wheelie. Soxa ends up netting himself the kill eventually.
Another find onto Quinn. A little burn there. Pitiful EMP at this
Fully
point.
aggressing here. Quinn very confident. Not sure why, because he's dead.
What?
Are they tilting? Tofu drops next. It's like a bunch of dominoes falling.
I think Quinn is playing a dream where somebody in his team had a stun to follow up. But unfortunately for him, that was not the case. So when he blinked in, he just got insta counterplayed. Doesn't have a BKB. BZM just full-on comboed him. Like, that was 70-0 with just Meteor Deafening. Gotta be really careful when you're playing without BKBs against Invoker. It's the item against that hero.
Yeah,
And there was also no global silence. You know, like, there's some disconnection happening here in the game in camp.
both sides this game. It's been back and forth miscommunication.
Yeah, the early part for Tundra, it seems like they conquered their demons relatively quickly.
Yeah, they practiced how to stun into Sunstrike.
Yep.
Watson from the other side. Global Sign's going to set him up, trying to take out BZM. Pops the BKB. He's getting 4 steps to safety. Looks like he might live. He's outside of the range of the vision. Duraccio going to BKB TP. Finally, the crit comes for BZM, so they get at least one. The Nightfall was successful for Duraccio. As the second kill for Gaimin comes, it's 33. What the fuck is this? He's so deep.
Is he killing him?
Quinn, he gets a little
the
life
dagger.
steal,
Nice
and he
play.
blinks into the fountain. He
Sonic?
will live as a result. He's definitely going to Sonic Wave this 100%. He needs it.
Ace will get the
Ace
kill.
will get the kill, though.
Yeah.
Quinn going to be tilted even more.
So it looks like Ace is probably going to, I'm assuming he'll take the 30% status talent as well as Sanjin Yasha, which will mean basically half duration of stuns on this guy now. That is, of course, huge. This is the classic way of building more of a carry type offlane Night Stalker where you go that route and become a true late game powerhouse. Is he going to Midas that? Yeah, he will.
Wow, good job. Good Midas.
Okay, did he buy the Midas to plan for the Prophet 25? So now he already has it for later.
Yeah, they have a Midas. They have
A Dagon on the quad.
Dagon. He has a shard, which
Mirana has Arrow.
he doesn't have a shard yet. That would have been cheaper than a Hannah Midas. He's going to get caught. Shackled up. Watson focusing on Duraccio, but the 4-step is there. Sunstrike, Cataclysm.
He'll live.
I
They
should
used
say.
everything.
That is true. Starstorm doing a considerable amount to Soxa as Watson going in really deep onto Duraccio. That's the kill they want. He gets the crit through the Sprout, and the chase is now on. Big kill for Watson.
That dagger hitting could be big.
This tier 1 tower is still up.
Correct.
Just wanted to let you know.
Yep. Good call, Shannon. Tower's here.
Not for long.
I want to let you guys know about we had a little bit of a talk in the green room. Shannon thinks it would be a good idea to create a Dota hero that builds towers. I said that is the worst idea ever. He's doubling down on it. He thinks it's a good idea.
Genuinely, okay, it sounds stupid.
Yep,
We can
that's
make
because
work.
it is.
Watson We're not going to have this conversation right now, Cinderin.
No, we can have it when the Tormentor dies. The Tormentor died, tell me about it.
Oh, boy, Quinn
Oh, well.
eats a full meatball,
good
gets
tornado.
tornadoed, and
Galeguard?
does not, maybe the old one would have, does not keep him
The old
alive
one
this
might have
time.
lived.
The nerf from 400 to 250, just massive. So down goes Quinn. 33, Shivas. He's going to get stunned by the dagger. And there's the global silence. They're going to focus on Sox at the start. Looks like he will eventually drop here. And the Doom
Yeah.
TP, EA's fine. Tofu might not be. He is going to get deafening blasted to the ground.
Radiant's
Yeah, a couple nice kills there for Tundra. Tell me about your tower hero.
Come on. All right, you get a hero that can build a tower anywhere. That's like their ultimate, all right?
Okay.
Basically, all their skills are about buffing towers in some way.
Okay.
Okay, and the fastest can, change that however you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tower is your ultimate. You place it, it lasts for like, what, 20 seconds or something.
Okay.
That's it. Very simple. It can root too, You can do a lot of things, Cinderin.
Okay.
25 talent, you get the attack damage on the tower.
What type of real-life person do you think will enjoy your design?
Probably Slacks.
Okay, anyone else?
Me.
Okay. Okay, one more person. One more person and I'm sold. But you need to say it with conviction that you think this third person you've ever met in your life will enjoy this hero.
Jenkins.
Actually, you're fucking right. You three, you know what? How about
The
you guys?
trifecta does it
I was
again.
about to say you should make your own game, but that's already happening. So maybe you should.
Yeah, that was a mistake on
Yeah.
the wallet, that's for sure. As we get back to this game, 6K lead for Tundra. As a BKB, almost there for Quinn. That is going to be very important for him. Look at those odds. You think it's that drastic? They might have a chance here.
No, not that drastic. I mean, it's still looking good for Tundra for sure.
It is. 80-20 essentially. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that lopsided. But clearly dire favorite for sure. But like 65-35, if you ask me right now. Probably, but I don't know. It's, as we've talked about, you and I, a decent amount. These the win expectancies, we trust it less than ever. There was a time when we both thought it was mostly very accurate, but not as much anymore. Wonder what gives.
It's because it's stuck on patch 6.88.
When was that?
I don't know.
7.0 was in. Do you want to check how old you are? Uh-oh, Duraccio.
Bash is there. Duraccio takes a tumble. Does have
Nice
buyback
find
here.
with the Moonlight. See if they can get more out of this.
Game in.
White one showing himself with the Spirit.
Quinn has to use the newly picked up BKB. Oh boy, this could be a big Sonic Wave. He's going to run to the entirety of the team along with his own. There's the buyback onto the Nature's Prophet. First they're going to focus on Soxus. Sonic Wave is used just for him. He is dead, buys back. Malady, cold snap. He will eventually fall to the Nature's Prophet. Ult Tofu with the 4-staff away, 33. He's going to get the hoof stomp off his ace. Can't finish the job. There's not enough damage to work with. He's going to get shackled outside the enemy base and brought down. Double kill for BZM. 3 dead for Gaimin, but they didn't have to expend any buybacks here. They do have to defend their base.
I think that was a pretty solid trade for Gaimin, to be honest. If they don't end up losing more of their base now, that, by the way, is obviously why the win expectancy is so high, is that it really values Rax extremely highly. So, but like the relative gold difference right now, if there's no more real estate being taken here by Tundra than just this outpost, I do think this is possible for Gaimin to take another fight now in their base. Still, Doom is at the ready. 33 will be looking for a potential flank play here. No, he's just going to push out the wave. BZM, though, he's feeling himself.
Life near. Let's see if the spells are bigger. Cinder, the Abyssal Blade is going to hit from BZM. Oh my goodness, that's some damage. The dust as well. And he put himself in a horrific spot. He was all alone. As Gaimin now will try to contest this Rosh, and I think they can get here. Sonic Wave is up now. Arrow hits Rosh right in the ass. Quinn is going to see that most of Tundra have exited the pit. And this should be a free Rosh for Gaimin now.
God, that was so unnecessary. BZM just full-on YOLO soloed that play.
YOLO solo.
Paid the price. Just no I mean, it's cool and all if it works, but you have to assume if you do that in the enemy base alone that they're going to somewhat cover for each other.
They're going to lose their tier
Austin
3,
Roche.
possibly, in the top lane. I mean, Tundra are still sticking around. I feel like without the Invoker, of course, maybe they're not sure about buyback situation right now. They're going to hit some D-wards. But this should surely be a freebie. Aegis taken by Watson. And
Dark
this
Ascension
game has potentially flipped again. We'll see.
Now, the one major upside here for Tundra is obviously, aside from the fact that they've taken 2 lanes of barracks, they have Profit with 2 lanes.
Yeah, but they have Dagon, they have Midas, they have they have Arrow, they have Shard maybe?
You can say yeah, but as much as you want.
Yeah, but
I've seen this game 100 times already with Ironwood Treants. It's always the same. You buy 5 Dagons, it still happens, man. They find a way, you know?
Okay. Well, it's not 25 yet.
See, look, the tree, it got 2 hits in there.
Yeah, because it had like 900 HP, right?
That's right. Just wait until he hits 25, Shannon. Just you wait.
Well, he won't be doing that in the fountain. Needs to get XP. Doesn't want to get the AFK auto kick here. There we go. Went for Ghost Scepter, by the way, against the PA.
Yep.
Who, in turn, is... I was going to look for a Nullifier, potentially. Actually going for a Lincoln Sphere, so does not want to get doomed.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. All right, have you noticed the Sunstrikes?
If they're bigger?
Yeah.
I have not noticed them
You
being
need to
bigger
pay
yet.
attention. I haven't either, but I haven't specifically been looking, okay? Let's just put this to bed.
I didn't even notice it on the meter. I mean, it has to be bigger though, right? Like otherwise, I mean, it's still good to buy Gleipnir because you know
the
stats
Meteor
are
is
decent.
almost certainly bigger.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one.
Is there any other hero in Dota than Invoker that skips 2 talents?
That what?
Skips 2
Oh,
talents.
no, definitely.
I think he's the only one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of crazy to me that it's better to take a level in an orb than to take minus 5-second cold snap cooldown at 50.
Watson has the Aegis.
I kind of cannot believe that. That's insane.
Well, he is the Master Invoker.
I mean, of course, these are okay. They are a bit bigger than earlier on.
yeah, those are huge.
Yeah.
It's like looking in the mirror.
Okay. Okay.
Now pay attention to the Sunstrikes.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching. I'll do my best. to pay
BZM, could you just Sunstrike just so we can see real quick?
Worthy direct.
2.5 minutes on the Aegis. When is Tormy up? It should be up, surely. No, I have no idea. I guess they did get it like 7 minutes ago, maybe.
I think it was a bit more than that. It
It's
should
when
be
I
very
discussed
close.
the tower-related hero that you hated.
Yeah, go ahead.
It felt like quite a while ago, but you know. Lots of Ogre Seal Totems. Still a very high-tier neutral. And you know what neutral has finally been nerfed to the point where people don't always take it is Ninja Gear.
True.
It's really good, but it's a 15-second smoke, so
Yeah.
Dire's top tower.
that's quite the nerf.
Dire's top tower.
And I know you hate that one. I actually do like it.
Yeah. You also want to make a tower hero.
That's
So
true.
I don't think you're
well,
very
you
good.
can't build the tower
You're not a
next to
very
another
good
tower,
barometer for good game design.
though.
Okay.
There's restrictions.
Go make your own game.
Top barracks
Okay.
are under attack.
Okay.
And this is the issue.
Can you glyph your tower with your tower hero?
Yeah, of course.
Radiant
Okay.
are
What does that do?
standing.
I mean, it's just when you glyph other towers, it works on your tower.
Oh, it does nothing special. It just
No.
makes it enroll.
I mean, they're just letting this happen. They have so many tools for this, Cinderman.
Hmm?
And Ace just refuses to buy Shard. Refuses. Thinks a BKB is going to be helpful.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I definitely think Night Stalker getting Shard here is a must. You need all the easier to obtain tools you can get against Prophet. You should get every single one of them.
Wait, he didn't go BKB. He went Lincoln's.
Yep.
Wow. Huh.
BKB is not that valuable in Night Stalker when you have Santinyasha and the left talent on 15. Because you already have so much status resist that
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
there's a lot of value in getting other stuff instead.
Fair, fair.
But yeah, I still am with you. I really want to see the Shard. Maybe he's hoping to get it for free, but Did they just kill the Tormentors? It still didn't spawn. No, there it is. Just spawned top left.
Okay.
See if Gaimin are on the ball with that or not. It is kind of hard for their hero. That's the problem. It's kind of hard for their heroes to get up there.
Backdoor protection, but it'll still force the TP from Quinn. There's Dagon.
And they killed those relatively fast. Can't wait for them to be 3 times as tanky. That seems like a fun idea.
It's double Dagon.
Yeah.
So double Dagon, Midas, Arrow, and then eventually Night Stalker Shard.
Yeah.
5 ways to kill these creeps instantly.
Uh-oh, Quinn!
Lincoln's is popped. Global Silence was not used before the Cataclysm. Quinn will actually survive through this, though. The Abyssal Blade into the Sonic Wave. Down goes 33. No buyback at all. So Tundra will have to retreat.
Oh,
Doom
it's
was
hard to retreat from this hero, though.
yes,
Ace
indeed.
with the gem.
They're going to get the silence. They pop the Lincolns. Attempted TP. Is this successful? It is.
Damn. Remember when they had no stuns?
Whitemon. Oh! Nice job, Cinderin. As Whitemon.
I summoned that one.
You really did.
I want 5% of the prize pool if you guys win this game.
While that happened, the Ranger Axe died.
Oh, remember when I said what? It doesn't matter whether you have 10 solutions?
If you could build a tower with tower hero.
Yeah, if your tower hero could build a tower.
Watson! Serpent Wards are placed. He's going to get shackled. The triple meter. He gets 4 staffs. Going to dodge a lot of it. But the Cataclysm destroys him. 100 seconds on the deck. TP canceled via the Tornado. And Malady will be next on the list. Both have buyback here.
And this is what happens because they kind of... This is what's so difficult about being down 2 lanes against this Prophet. You gotta... Somebody has to be on trash duty sometimes. You lose your positioning a little bit on your team. You get caught out. And that was a really nice punish from Tundra.
Look at this. Ace is going for Battle Fury. What are your thoughts on that one?
I want off Mr. Gaimin's Wild Ride.
Okay.
You cannot convince me this is the best possible item. I refuse. I refuse to believe that this is the best item you can buy.
That is really weird. And he could buy Shard at any time.
I think Dagon is better.
33! Congregations of the deep!
Lincoln.
But Lincoln's actually blocks the Doom, it looks like, but Quinn might be in trouble. He has a baby blink.
That was a
Glad the
clutch
Sonic
save.
Wave.
Really, really nice from Gaimin to save him there. But the tower, or
Dagon
the Rats
gonna keep
rather,
Tofu alive. Yeah, the melee barracks is in quite a bit of peril.
They need to glyph
the
here.
PA has buyback, by the way. The fortification finally popped. He's gonna have to use
Quinn
it here.
died?
Quinn ends up dying to BZM. I guess Sunstrike got him. Watson pops the BKB. Focusing now on Darachi, who'll just simply TP out. He's fine. BZM will be crit. Still has the BKB activated. Will Gleipnir and Invis away. Night Stalker has the gem, though. So they'll get the slows. And I would think that the crit will finally finish him off. They do
Megas.
get BZM. Whitemon will be the second to die for Tundra.
The Rax has 20 HP.
Can they help it? Can you heal your tower?
Daracho was TPing in and canceled it, but he can just do it again and then spawn one tree in. If it hits one time, it's Megas.
Doing it. Wait, is it blocked?
No.
Oh, okay. Thought it was blocked.
I need to get it.
A little overexcited, but he got it. The Pine Cone gets Mega Creeps. The arrow was too slow. The Night Stalker didn't have Shard. He's going Battle Fury instead. They do find Daracho, though, in the trees. Ghost Scepter. Question is, does he have buyback here? Gonna get arrowed now. They are having a hard time finding an angle here. They do take him out, but he does have buyback. Battle Fury almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there.
Yep. Maybe he had the foresight. He was like, we're playing against Megas, so I'm going to go BF just to clear waves. I don't... Is that really something his hero should be doing in this game? And if he has to clear waves, wouldn't it still be more valuable to have a Mjolnir? Because you already have Iron Talent to cut out a Sprout, if that's part of your concerns. But I guess you want to upgrade your neutral item later, if you're planning for a 60-minute timing already.
Of course. There it is. He actually committed.
I don't know how much faster you kill a wave with this than a Mjolnir. It's obviously cheaper.
Well, then you can always eat Sprout.
Yeah, but you've got Iron Talent. That's your tier 4 neutral.
Yep.
So now you're planning. You're
tier 5's
you're genuinely planning for minute 60 already. Then.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's what he's doing.
Oh, this. What did I say before this game started, Cinderin? Tell me.
You said this would be a 64-minute game.
That's right.
I said 35.
Okay.
And that was before we saw the draft.
That's right, before the draft.
So-
And what else did I say? What else did I say?
I think we should make a hero for Dota that makes towers.
No,
You also
come
said-
on. Related to this. Jesus. 64-minute game, and what else? What was
This
the
is
other
a
caveat?
delicious pizza. You said that too.
No, that's true. No.
Yeah. That was also related to the game. You ate it while you were watching.
I said Mega Creep comeback.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You also said that. Sorry, it drowned out. It got drowned out by the tower talk. That really fucked with me.
That pizza was quite delicious, though, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
They're not going to force the buyback from Wallachia. Of course, it's going to be really hard to even push to that point because there's still a tier 2 mid, still tier 2 bot. Top lane's really far. The angles.
Roshan, very close by now. They're scouting it out with Malady. He's just standing there with his nice little pike in the bag.
Calm before the storm. This Roche fight is going to be off the hook, as the kids say. Quinn has to go back to base, though, to defend. This is going to be really hard.
Do the kids also say BT dubs in this fantasy world of yours?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Must have been cool in the 60s.
You think people say BT dubs? Oh my god. That is actually the stupidest thing said all day. That is saying something. Holy shit.
It was a joke, Shannon. You wouldn't get it?
Of course, yeah. Anything stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was joking. Yep.
All right, if you genuinely think I meant that, that's
Come on,
concerning.
Cinderan. I'm joking that you're joking. Quinn.
I don't believe
Well,
it.
the sidestep, but he gets hexed.
All right.
They have 33
BKB.
can't find an
Global.
angle. The global comes out. The trees were actually saving Quinn there, but now the BKB and global are down.
That's pretty big, actually, for this potential just flat-out push play now for Tundra. Not having...
Tier 4 dead as well.
Yeah, and
They have
Roche.
no way to heal tower, Cinderan.
I mean, at this point, you just concede the Roche, right? No global, no co-op BKB. Is this fight even possible? We're waiting on Watson, Rapier.
They don't have
Shannon.
fortification either.
They
Right.
almost have the Rapier.
On Watson, okay.
Yeah.
Remember, we were casting a Spirit game where they were mega'd and
Yeah.
they had a PA with Divine.
Yep.
That was great.
They were super far behind, cornered in their base.
Wait, was that the...
And then they started building towers, and they just defended forever.
No, they were building Roshan's banner. Isn't it the same game?
Oh, that's
They had
actually
4
true.
Roshan
I think you're right.
I forgot about that one.
All right.
All right, so Aegis online. This is going to be a really hard Mega Creep
Cheese and
comeback.
ET's backpack should be a block any second, I'm assuming. Are there any Lotuses available? Not too many by the looks of it. Just a couple. I guess they can't complete the block just yet. No, they cannot.
Yeah. This is a tough one. Okay. Both creeps taken out swiftly just by the Marauder. BZM jumps in, gets a deafening blast, actually clips 3 heroes.
And he forced out the
Tornado.
Dark Ascension. That's pretty big.
Indeed, who gets hexed now. 33. Not able to get off the Doom. So 1 tier 4 tower for Gaimin. How could they possibly defend this? The Battle Fury looking really good right now.
Yeah. I guess
They're close to 25s. That is a pretty big deal, you would think. They're going to smoke. They're going to try to pounce
They're
it.
so close to PA Rapier. Is this really the time to do it?
That's a
good
question.
He has the gold.
Tornado.
Right now.
He's going to have to get out of this. The triple meteor needs to blink out. We'll have to pop the BKB. Cataclysm. It's not going to be enough to finish off Watson here. He's able to get out of dodge, but 3 members in the fountain. That means your buildings are just going to die. Fortification is now finally available. The Sonic Wave from Quinn comes out, but that instant hex, the Echo Stomp is coming. It connects onto several heroes as 33 trying to focus down the Night Stalker. That's a big ET ult taking out 2. Double buyback from Gaimin as Wallachia just continuing to hit that Ancient. He's stunned up at the moment. Cataclysm is there. He's got the blink out from Quinn's side. As BZM gets off the deafening blast, they're going to focus down the Night Stalkers. The fortification about to end, and that's going to be GG's as Tundra will take it in 48 minutes.